Dude casually flips his dagger, and the examiner is totally stunned. Match barely started, and he's already got a blade at the ref's throat. I totally mapped out my play before the timer even hit 0. Bell rings, and I sidestep right behind her instantly. Super fast reflex mode, I press the steel against her neck. Examiner pushes the knife away like, "Okay, chill, you passed. Here's that level 50 mission I promised." I sheath the blade. First quest completed like a boss. If this body wasn't so broken, I'd be leveling up 10 times faster. Funny story, I actually wrote this novel, wrote a trash ending, got karma slapped, and now I'm the main villain. Now I am literally stuck in this hellhole doing hard labor. People get deleted here daily. What makes me mad is I gave this char a magic allergy to nerf him. Now my XP gain is painfully slow. But hey, I accepted my fate pretty fast, and decided to yeet myself out of this prison as soon as possible. Lucky me, I know all the cheat codes for this world. Since I'm Marcus Chen now, I inherited all his skills and memories. I pop open his stat menu and, wow, stats are garbage. Stamina bar is basically 0. Really regretting that magic allergy nerf right about now. I grab a crystal and scribble a star on the floor. Suddenly, footsteps behind me. I scrub the drawing fast. Can't let anyone see. Guy asks if I need a break cause I look wrecked. I just laugh. Rest? In this dungeon? As if. That's literally why they dragged us here. This evil crew is Eclipse, and this is their creepy Qing Ming camp. They snatch baby mages and dump them in this sketchy mine to dig up magic rocks 24/7. I look at him and say, "Don't worry about me, just dig." Blondie hesitates, then gets all whispery. "Marcus, wanna break out?" I cut him off instantly. "Dig faster or you'll get smacked for missing quota, bro." I told him not to be stupid. Then I ghost him and get back to the grind. Giving him a heads up was already super generous. He's just an NPC I made. Gotta stick to the script to escape. Next few days, I just farm stones, total NPC behavior. Then suddenly, drama starts popping off nearby. It's the escape artist guy getting beaten up. Tried to sneak out during the chaos, got busted immediately. Guard grabs his long sword, looking scary. Watch closely, losers. This is what happens when you run. Squish, guard skewers him right through the chest. We're shook. These guards have absolutely 0 chill. I slide up to the body. "Bro, total dummy, said don't be extra." Guard cackles like a maniac. "Trying to play hero again? Nobody's saving you. You're toast." I keep it icy though. Dude's fate ain't my business. He frowns, confused. I totally flip the script. I turn around. "Yo, bathroom break?" He grins like a psycho. Total wuss. Scared stiff by a little gore? He drags me to the loo, but there's a catch. 1 minute, take longer, you die here. I kick the door open and, whoa, it's a literal body pile. Stacked like sardines. Guess Mr. Psycho vents his rage issues here. I start digging. Guy outside is counting down. 50 seconds left. Bingo, found it. No stalling. I slice my hand on the wall. Blood doodle on the floor. 30, he yells. Clock's ticking. 10 more seconds gone. Done. Same sigil I used with that rock earlier. I stand up and chat up the floor. "I know you're watching. You love this drama, right? Asterisk bang. Asterisk hey brat. 10 seconds. Get out here." I ignore him, focusing on the seal. "Curious how a noob like me summoned you?" In the story, this thing lags before showing up, and gives a speech about doom to make me run. I need him to pick up the phone as soon as possible. "I'll give you the show you want." Still nothing. "Yo, I'm the best user you'll get." Zap. Lightning strikes right in front of me. Yes. He actually showed up. Lord check. Marcus Chen gets the dimensional predator. Boom. The throne rises from the doodle. Dude pops out and won't stop laughing. Cocky kid. "Fine, take my power. Show me what you got." I feel a rush. Watch this. I'm about to pop off. Asterisk snap time system window pops up. Guard kicks the door in. Huh? Vibes are off. Got real chilly and creepy in here. Boom. Figure in his face. Spooked him good. I spam my blink skill. Teleport to his nose, then sidestep. Poof. Gone again. Even an idiot knows what's up. I'm out. He spins around. Empty doorway. Psych. No one's there. Boom. I pop up like the Grim Reaper, totally ready to cancel his subscription to life. Got my sharp little tube ready. 0 reaction time for this dude. I lunge and jab that sucker right into his neck. Yoink. Pulled it out, and whoosh drainage time. Guard drops like a sack of potatoes. Thud. Game over. Gotta thank the guy, honestly. He gave me the push I needed to bail. The throne giggles. You're a weird one, dude. Snagged the loot off the floor. Guard's dead? That's sweet revenge. Now? Full send. No looking back, baby. Dropped another guard and stole his drip. Disguise time. Hit the warehouse for gas barrels. Time to light this dumpster fire up. Only way I'm busting out of here. Chaos is my ticket out, and nothing says chaos like straight up arson. Once it's lit, I can stroll out the front gate like I own it. The fire's raging, smells like gas, and everyone's staring. Total scene. Obvious arson is obvious. While they play firefighter, I'm ghosting. Hopped in a ride, told 2 guards to gun it northwest. Driver's confused, but my level 2 uniform shuts him up real quick. To keep it chill, I say a dude bailed from building 18. We gotta zoom. They buy it and slam the gas. Vroom vroom. Northwest goes to Qingming Mountain. Barbed wire city. Dark, windy, no guards. Looks easy. But Eclipse dug traps everywhere. Trying to bounce that way is totally delusional. Gotta use my supervisor cheat codes to get past it. I tell him, mission is to snag the runner. If not, he's mountain bound. Just gotta bring back the body. Driver nods. We hit checkpoint 1 in no time. Drop the password, and boom, we're through. Hearts pounding like crazy. Finally ditching this hellhole. Past the checkpoint, we keep rolling northwest. Driver goes, drama at building 18? Total headache, huh? I growl back, brats won't listen? Just delete 'em. Shotgun guy gets kinda suspicious at that. Driver's chill though. Yeah, trash needs taking out. Nobody here treats inmates like people. Just scum, but I just called them prisoners. Rookie mistake. He clocks it, gets suspicious and starts grilling me. Yo, level 2 sir, when'd you start at 18? Instant panic mode. I wrote this book, but I barely know the org chart. Lol. So I bluff, just got here like 2 days ago. But he keeps pressing. So you're from group 9? I just nod. Totally. Trying to trap me? Buddy, group 9 isn't even a thing. Did they just invent that yesterday? Asterisk swoosh. Asterisk sliced him mid-yap. Too fast for ya, dummy. Just drive, man, why the 20 questions? Driver's shook. Even his slow brain knows I'm sus. Now I finally answer the dead guy. Group 9 exists to trash mobs like you. Screech. He slams the brakes. I almost faceplant. Crash. Dead guy goes flying out the door. Driver starts charging up some fire magic. You played us? Boom. Fireball toasts my ear. Check the back, whoa, car's got a melted sunroof. Nope. I back way off. He hurls more fire. Flames shoot sky high. Thought he fried me. Snorts like he's hot stuff. Guess you're a noob after all. He turns. And sees me chilling in the mirror. Poof. I'm gone. Super speed, baby. Smash. My sword busts the window, aiming for neck. Stab. Right in the throat. Shh. Quiet time. Not so cocky now, are ya? Keep talking smack. Dude is speechless. Yank the blade. Done deal. Kick him down. Ouch. Brain freeze kicks in. Dang it. Magic overuse gives me migraines. Ugh. Patrol's here. I just laugh. Wild. Guess this is the final boss fight. I yeet myself off the cliff. Stick the landing. Guy's voice pops up. Not bad, kid. Smoked 2 guards and dipped, nice stats. Axe dude appears. Red dot on his head? Ooh, another throne hunter maybe? Gotta be careful. I check his stats. Ah, resonator. Tracks magic, makes sense. That's how he found me so fast. Magic GPS. I grin like a villain. Lucky me. He's confused. Why laugh? You're toast. I ignore him. Just staring at that red dot. See the dot? New perk I unlocked. Lets me steal his contract when I frag him. Dude's laughing, clueless he's done for. System says, loot this guy. Hype. First time using the plunder skill. But he's level 100 plus. Can't just YOLO it. I crouch low. Sparks fly in my palms. I dodge sideways. It's a feint to catch him slipping. He smirks, totally falling for it. Weakling, he sneers. Running away with your tail tucked? Asterisk whoosh. Asterisk I dive straight into the bushes. He laughs. Hide and seek, I'll find you in a second. He blinks, and bam his eyes go all weird. He's seeing in RGB now, blue, green, and orange. Scanning the woods for my mana signature. Bingo. He spots an orange glow behind a tree. He thinks he's got me. Found you. He cheers. He spins, chucking 4 or 5 knives instantly. The tree drops, but surprise I'm not there. Asterisk slash, asterisk I teleport in, blade kissing his throat. Dude didn't expect to get speed blitz like that. I flicked the gore off my sword. Too cocky. Your melee, bro, why toss your weapon? Asterisk thud, asterisk game over. Took under 2.5 minutes. System pings, opponent deleted. Contract snagged. I'm wheezing like an old man. Stealing that contract was suspiciously easy. System update, it belongs to the dimensional predator now. It's locked to me until the apocalypse or whatever. Plus, I get all his cheat codes. Checking the loot. Sweet, 2 new skills. Magic tracking and night vision, nice. I pop night vision to scan the area immediately. All green. No red warnings. Coast seems clear. Headache from hell and blood in my mouth. This body is seriously made of glass right now. Use a drop of magic, get a total system crash. That teleport move drained my battery dry. Hence the zombie look. Oh well, deal with it. Sun's up. I limp uphill and peek over the edge. Finally. A magic sand truck rolls by. I jump, asterisk thump, asterisk stuck the landing on the roof. I collapse on the metal. Nap time. Safe-ish. Killing 3 guards was definitely off script. Can't change the main plot until I level up, though. Gotta exploit my spoiler knowledge carefully. I'm just an NPC right now. Destiny is safe. Whatever. Brain off, sleep on. Looking up, the clouds are actually kinda pretty. Made it to the city. Phone booth time, everything hurts. Need a healer fast, or I'm actually toast. I dial quickly. Yo, pick me up at Dacian Station. Let me crash here for a day? Someone notices me just then. The guy cracks up laughing. Fun hunt coming up. By afternoon, I'm at a girl's place. Sophia Han patches me up. I tell her Eclipse snatched me. She totally freaks out. They're magic mines? Those creeps love grabbing hunters. They're infamous. You need magic to mine that stuff. Weak hunters like me are basically snacks to them. I hit up Sophia cause she's still hung up on me. She was a noob when we split. Now? Louvla 150 Pro. Sophia. Feels guilty. If I'd stayed in touch, you'd be safe. But she's got it wrong. Sticking with me would've just got her captured too. I stand up. Hey, stop beating yourself up. Not your fault. Eclipse is hunting me anyway. So, to keep drama away from Sophia, I'm bouncing. She packs me gear, phone, cash, safe stuff. Untraceable. Makes me think she's in a guild doing shady work. How else would she know this? But hey, guild life always suited her perfectly. She beams, join us? We could be a team again. I cut her off fast. Don't. Let's look forward, not back. She looks stunned. Tears fall, and she drops the nostalgia trip. She handled what I asked for earlier. She knows a lady boss there. Info's in the phone. Finally, she gets serious. Take care of yourself. Don't get sick. Nobody's gonna nurse you. I stare back. Seeing her like this actually relieves me. I grab a cab to Dan Station. Driver flips on the radio. News says Purification Guild busted White Rose mercs. White Rose was a gang that blew up after Judgment Day. One chill day, the apocalypse just dropped. Weirdos in strange outfits started harvesting locals. They could torch a whole city just for kicks. Brave reporters tried to cover it live. Boom, dragged off by monsters, never seen again. Monsters showed up, and dungeons popped up too. In this hell, some folks got superpowers. We call them hunters. People thought it was God's punishment or something. But hunters meant to save us? Started hunting people. Then they went totally rogue. Innocent folks dropped like flies. Total bloodbath. But guess who always shows up to save the day? Victor Zong. Dude set up a base in H City to play hero. They call it the Purification Guild now. Thanks to him, H City became the ultimate refugee hotspot. But I know the real tea. It's all fake. White Rose staged that mess at Kong Nan Station, exit 11. Hunter Victor had been tailing them forever. But here's the twist, White Rose ain't actually terrorists. They didn't do it. Victor scripted the whole drama himself. If I call him out now, he'll paint me as the bad guy instantly. Then the whole world cancels me. That's why I had Sophia dig up info on merc squads. Since that dude's got all the main guilds in his pocket, I need a solid crew. Just then, this lady walks up. Diana Lee. She runs the show around here. Can't leak my real ID. Sup, I'm Junqui. Sophia tipped her off. She's got a gig for me to test the waters. I dropped the friendly act. I want the big money jobs. Give me the insane difficulty stuff straight up. She shut me down fast. Kid, you're only level 10. Way out of your league. I told her to chill. Stats are low, but I got skills. Diana just cracked up. Cocky brat. She was laughing so hard she cried. Unbelievable. Being reckless isn't brave, it's stupid. Then she got scary serious. Wanna die that bad? I thought, whoa, she's intense. Definite boss material, scary vibes. But wait, mercs care about skill, not stats. Her class is Chaos Observer. Neutral faction, Vision Hacker. Diana Lee, total buffer type. And a mage with a high tier contract. She's gonna fight the 13 stars later. Gotta win her over. Mercs respect skill, right? Judging by level is kinda lame. She dropped the scary act instantly. Nice theory, but get real. We ignore levels, sure, but we need a baseline. Total bias. Then she smirked at me. She hatched a plan to test my skills herself. Impress me, and I'll unlock the hard missions. Green light glowed in her hand. Dodge this, and you're in. If not, go home, kid. Harsh, but fair. She's checking if I can survive. I mean, I did write her character. I know how she ticks. I focused on her magic. Voss uses smoke tracker, basically GPS for bad guys. Unless you got turbo jets, it's gonna tag you. Best part? Great for practice since it hits for 0 damage. Just fails my test instantly. I yell, ready. She just cracks up laughing. Okay, kid. Coming in hot, no holding back. Split second later? She's totally shook. Why? My blade's kissing her neck. Good game, boss. I win. I tell her to call it. Pass the vibe check, right? She gives a tiny smirk. You got skills, where'd you train? I lie, nowhere. She sighs. Put it away. You passed. You get that level 50 job we talked about. Sweet music to my ears, sort away. Walking back, Diana hands me a file. Wanted poster. Straight up? It's a bounty hunt. Zone, J City Ruins, Open Dungeon, Wild Territory. Mark, Kevin Kim. Level 50 Nature Mage, the gig? Fetch the level 3 Blood of Balfarus. Alive or dead? Her voice drops to absolute 0. Waste him. He kills innocents. Total trash. I grin, perfect. That night, I go solo. She said he's camping somewhere huge. Hard find. Literally any corner. Could be his spot. Whatever, good warm-up. Book spoiler, Marcus Chen hid here. I know the map. Suddenly, 3 fluffy bunnies spawn behind me. Saw him. I slice my hand. Blood time. Smelling red, bunnies go berserk mode. They hulk out on adrenaline. Whoosh. Zoom, they charge me like missiles. Close range. Sidestep, blink, kill. Easy. Kept the rhythm going. Slide, leap, slash, bunny genocide. Dozen rounds later, area's clear. Then, shady dude in black shows up. Dual blades. My loot boss. Took forever. I laugh. Yo. Sup, Ventus. System tags him, lootable. He trash talks. I say, zip it, edgelord. Show me what you got. Whoosh. He's gone. Speed is nuts, can't even see him. Wrapped in scary red magic like a villain. He dives in, I back off fast. Need space. But then, glitch in the matrix. 1 Ventus turns into 4 shadow clones. Ventus jumps me, aiming to turn my head into a pancake. 1 hit, I'm toast. Too bad for him. I sidestep the second that blade drops. Dodging while plotting my next move? Multitasking pro. I pop Eye of Insight to spy on his magic vibes. Whoa, joke's on me, 3 of them are just glitchy holograms. The real deal is the glowing red dude on the right. Blink step. I teleport in and shank him before he can react. Boss looks shocked but tanks the hit and swings back wild. Nice try, but I saw that coming. I dodged behind him, eyes locked on target. Can't get cocky with this guy. He's the big boss, so face tanking him is a suicide mission. I sweep his leg hard. Thud. His knees hit the dirt. Sword out, blade pressing cold kisses against his neck. Bingo. That's mark on his shoulder? His weak spot. I plunge my sword right into the sweet spot. Critical hit, and boom, Ventis is down. Total domination. He glitches out and dissolves into digital dust. System says I stole his phantom skill. Grinning like an idiot now. Hey, I'll take all the cheat codes I can get. Boss dead, loot drops. I grab the solace grass, but uh-oh, audience at 6 o'clock. 1 guy whispers, wait, isn't that drop super rare? He grabbed 2 like it was nothing. That's Marcus, ranked 3rd in the guard. Girl next to him blushes hard. Oh my god, I saw that guy shopping. Guess she spotted me earlier while I was on a grocery run. Probably remembered the market's top tier hottie. Me. Her boss looks totally confused by the fangirling. I look like a rando but fight like a pro assassin. Totally sus. He digs it though. Crushing weaklings is boring, He wants a challenge. Hope he doesn't bail. Ding. Level 16 reached. 4 more levels to 20 and I unlock the basics. Chugging stamina regen. Dumping all points into stamina stat. Magic allergy sucks, so 0 points for magic. Useless stat. Stamina build it is. This grass keeps my allergy from nuking me. This herb is a nightmare to find in dungeons. It's wild grown, so mass farming is a no-go. Only one dude grows it, and he's stuck at ground zero. The quarantine zone. Miles away from this chill spot. Gotta prep and hoard that green stuff when I get there. If my allergy flares mid-fight, instant game over. My biggest nerf. And yeah, totally my own fault. I designed this char with this dumb debuff. Past me as an idiot. Need serious cash to stockpile my meds now. Elsewhere, Captain Lee's road raging over zero signal. Service was 5 bars just a year ago. What gives? Voice on the line chills her out. Signal's trash, cause she's deep in Black Lion turf. Total glitch city. Some black ride is creeping on Lee. She spots him. Seriously, way too many stalkers lately. She slams the gas and yanks the wheel hard. Gotta dip. Sick drift and she's gone. Containers block the road. Creeps are stuck. Phone guy asks for fresh recruits. They're swamped. She laughs. Wow, tough ask, dude. Got anyone on your level, Vic? Vic checks his little list. Used to be picky, but I'm chill now. I'll take noobs and coach him up. Cap's totally shook. If so, she's got a guy. Vic's hyped. Sweet. Her picks never mess up. Sad they all got wrecked in accidents though. Hearing that, her face drops fast. Weirdly, all her top picks keep dying. She sighs, telling Vic to chill. They'll scope the new guy out first. Vic cracks a laugh at that. Thanks a ton. I'll shoot you some intel. Got dirt on some bad crews. He eyes a dude tied up on the floor. That's the guy she wrecked. Dude looks terrified now. Vic grins like a demon. I'll give him the VIP treatment. She hangs up, blushing a tiny bit. Maybe too intense? It's the first gig she's giving him, so gotta keep hopes low. Meanwhile, I'm farming mobs in the dungeon. Asterisk shink asterisk. I jam my blade right into it. Stab the leg, then I bounce back fast. Beast is confused, didn't even see it coming. It rages out, spawning blood claws. I look up, claw swiping at me. Lights out? It locks on, but whoops I turn ghost mode. Claw phases right through me. Monster's totally stunned. It grabs some junk to chuck at my face. I sidestep and pop a phantom skill. Thing's strong. It's smart but slow. Huge opening. I punish it. With a loud boom, it throws a boulder. I slam the brakes. I push on, dodging the hit. Kaboom. The sky starts chucking giant rocks at my face. I get flattened. Psych. Vanished into thin air again. Monster girl is shook. She's totally glitching out. While she's lagging, I slide right into her blind spot. Time to introduce her to my sword while she's rebooting. Poke. Blade goes in the back, pops out the tummy. Think I'd simp, cause you're a girl boss? Yeah, right. Yoink. Sword out, red paint splatters the walls. System goes ping, grats on wrecking the boss. Level up. Dumping every single point into stamina. Saves me on health packs. Plus, I snagged her skill. It's a magnet hand. I can yoink stuff from way over there. Ooh, shiny dagger on the floor. Lemme try this hack. Asterisk clench. Asterisk Akio dagger. Target locked. Aim assist is on. Ghost hand shoots out and snags the loot. Just as I thought, this cheat code grabs anything. If I grind this, I can cast it instant. Zero lag. Swish, swoosh. Spamming attacks to boost my stats. The creepers out back are watching. They look terrified. Yo, that guy's got zero chill. He's an assassin but hits like a tank. Soloed the boss. Minions go, boss, should we jump him now? Boss is sweating buckets. He knows he'd get folded. He spins around and screams at his 2 noobs. Quiet, idiots. We camp till his battery dies. Meanwhile, Roof Guy is tearing into some beef jerky, munching snacks while checking his mail. Message from the Black Lions. Fancy, you're in, bro. Just snitch on Diana's crew first. He chuckles and yeets the jerky away, right onto a pile of dead bodies. Classy, he's down. Captain Lee is hunting him anyway. Eclipse was the plan, but lions have better perks. Plus, he can go bug Dean again. Been a while, wait. Why'd he just get the chills? Downstairs, I pull up. Spidey senses tingling. Target spotted upstairs, he's grinning like a weirdo. Fresh loot, he taps the wall. Sick 'em, boys. Poof. 3 big bad wolves spawn in. They parkour down fast. Am I scared? Nah. Just dogs? I whip out the kibble. Who's a hungry boy? 2 seconds later, they're munching like good huskies. Kevin's jaw hits the floor. The heck is this? Steak fails, dog food wins. I prep the stab while they eat. While the wolf snacks, I jam my blade right into its skull. 3 dying yelps. That's a squad wipe for the pups. Kevin Kim mumbles salty curses. Total psycho. I baited them with their absolute favorite snacks beforehand. Imagine getting deleted over a tasty burger. Embarrassing. What a joke. I glare at Kev. One warning, dude. Drop the loot or get wrecked. He actually shivers. He shook Diana hired a pro player to end him. But Kev tries to flex. Think you're tough? Come get it. I'm not here to hold hands, weirdo. Bet. Wish granted. I dash step straight at the building. Kev grins like he just won the lottery. Kids are so easy to bait. He looks down, smug, thinks I'm a total noob walking into his setup. Who rushes blindly? Joke's on me. He planted bombs everywhere. One wrong step and I'm confetti. Guaranteed. But he's clueless. I toggle my tracking hacks. Vision goes RGB mode red, green, and blue only. Red means danger zone. I tap my toe. I yeet myself over every trap. Kev's jaw drops. Is he glitching? I wall run fast, closing the gap. Kev stares down, brain totally frozen. He dodged everything? Is he hacking? Panic sets in. He starts screaming to look tough. I glance up and wait, pause. His status tag floats there, Chaos Enforcer. Edgy much? It blinds people. Kev cackles like a cartoon villain. I'm the chosen one. Eat dirt, witness my dark magic. He shuts up and flings spells my way. I move like a glitch, sidestepping instantly. Chain a jump into a dash. I'm in his face now. Guy's level 50. Skill, turning off people's senses. Class, Black Mage. I stay on his tail. I read his play. Kev thinks he's slick, baiting me in. He smirks. Gotcha now, you can't escape. Boom, black smoke everywhere. There's the blind spell. Knew it was coming, but still drama queen. I don't break. Strong move, but I know the cheat code. Sprinting straight into the smog, I slam my blade sideways right in front of my peepers. Kev flips out. How's he know the exact counter? Mist is everywhere, but I ignore it. Locked on Kev. Duh. I literally designed this skill myself. Creator privileges. I queue up a grab skill on him. Before he can blink, I blast magic to freeze him. Kevin's shook. Bro, isn't that a boss tier skill? You hacking or what? I just flex my palm and yoink drag his sorry butt right into my personal space. Kev is bugging out. Wait, where's the lag? 0 cast time? Asterisk shank, asterisk, my blade introduces itself to his ribcage. I modded out the animation. Duh. But the dude's a level 50 mage, so he's tough. He's still got enough HP to clap back. Asterisk K boom asterisk the whole ruin shakes. I tactical roll out of there fast. Total psycho behavior. Dude's literally rage quitting via self-destruct. Fireballs on my tail like heat-seeking missiles. His DPS is kinda sus, though. Is he rocking some pay-to-win gear to boost those skills? I spam the jump button, scaling the walls. Kev looks up, salty. Stop kiting me, you annoying little rat. He raises a hand. Get wrecked. Asterisk bang, asterisk the blast smacks me dead on. My avatar drops like a rock. Kev grins like a total maniac. Trash mob. That's what happens when you mess with the best. But wait, footsteps behind him? He squints and spots 5 of me down there. Phantom skill, baby. He just ulted a hologram. Kev's tilting hard. Why won't you just die? He powers up, charging his true flame ground strike. Serious mode engaged. That's his one-shot kill move. He's convinced it's game over for me. Asterisk bang, 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 asterisk. Huge blasts everywhere, but my ghost form jukes him all like a pro. Now he's completely losing his marbles. What kind of hacks are these? How are you reading my inputs? Before he can finish ranting, his eyes pop. I strafe sideways, slide right into his blind spot, and shank him in the crit zone. My arms a blur, red pixels spraying everywhere. Even with his stats, that bleed effect is fatal. Kev looks stunned. You tricked me? I snicker. Figured a noob like you would fall for it. Suddenly, a voice pops in my ear. Nice strats, kid. Spooked me. I spin around to check the notification window. The mobile combat master on the throne digs my gameplay and burns some mana to drop me a buff. XP up by 0.1%. Didn't think a throne would simp for me. There's tons of thrones spectating this world's hunters, but they're stingy since helping costs them juice. Just then, Dimensional Predator slides into my DMs. He's like, Lame buff from a trash tier star. Saying my rep is A. Contract master tanked, I grin. Someone jelly? Chill, I'm the meta pick, but I'm looting every skill I can find. The predator calls me a psycho and says, eyes on the loot in front of you. I stroll toward Kev. Every step makes him quake in his boots. I crouch and stab right in the thigh. You sick freak, he screams. Kill one guy? Change the world? Nah. Let me walk, yeah? I gave a death glare. Let you bail? As if. Zip it. Asterisk slice, asterisk split Kevin Kim's melon right in two. Ding. Target wasted. Contract with Chaos Enforcer sealed. The Enforcer's mine now. Property of the Dimensional Predator. Stuck with me till the throne dusts or I rip the contract. Plus, I jacked all its abilities. Sweet, Kev's done, sheath the blade to check my stats. Yo, 2 new skills? Vision wipe and a stunner. That combo is totally OP. Unbeatable. Grab the body to loot. Trash gear? Yeet. Snag the armor, kicks, gloves the whole set. Level 50 hunter was stacked with rare drops. Who knew? Talk about hitting the jackpot. These gloves link my magic threads? Actually sick. And this armor? My defense stat just went through the roof. Best loot is this talisman I grabbed though. Evil God Charm. Costs 1 mana to slash cooldowns. Total buff city. Selling the level 9 junk since I'm set. Gonna make bank. Plus, I just hit level 19. Hitting 20 on the way home? That's the dream. Almost unlocked the ultimate assassin survival hack. But wait, where'd all the mobs go? It's empty. Usually crawling with thornpaw rabbits here. Now? 0. Weird. Kept pushing forward, hunting for anything to kill. Didn't know some creep was spying on me with binocs. Dude chuckles. Time to wreck this kid, he thinks. Boom. Heavy footsteps right behind my back. No chill, he swings a giant sword at my face. Asterisk clang, asterisk debris everywhere. But I was already gone. Popped a short jump the second that blade dropped. Teleported out, the berserker dude just smirked. Fast reflexes, kid. Didn't see that coming. A split second slower and I'd be headless. He charged again. Spamming charge skills. Every hit felt like a truck. Caught him lagging between moves and blinked in. Tagged his rib with my dagger then noped out fast. Bloodthorn active. 10 hits and his healing is cooked. Needed more combos, but then he opened his mouth. Ugh. Cocky jerk goes, you call that an attack? Weak. His goons cheered like their boss was winning. Berserkers are late game beasts, I guess. He swiped for my neck, I ducked it like a pro. Still gave me a mini heart attack though. Dude hits hard, sure, but he's sloppy as hell. Poke. My bloodthorn skill jams right into his ribs. Gotcha. I hit and dip instantly, no hugging allowed. Big guy just busts a gut laughing. Stop tickling me, bro, he roars. I smirk inside, keep yapping, tough guy. 4 more pokes and he's gonna find out why I'm the boss. No stalling. Time to unleash a 4-hit combo on this meathead. I rush in, and his heart does a little panic flop. Cute. He knows something sus as black fog creeps up and I go blurry mode. That fog? My shiny new skill. Say goodbye to your eyesight, pal. Right now? I'm basically the Grim Reaper, ready to farm some souls. My eyes are screaming game over so hard you could touch it. Mist covers his peepers. Dude is totally blind, can't see me at all. Surprise. I slap him with a stun too. Brain freeze, no slushy required. That combo is nasty. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh goes my blade. I go full spam click mode, stabbing the guy 7 times in a row. None are one-shot kills, but trust me, they sting like crazy. He's raging hard cause I'm zooming around him like a caffeinated rat. He's tanky though, soaking up damage and refusing to drop. Annoying. Goal met. I slide sideways and teleport right behind his bulky back. His eyes are redder than ketchup. There you are, you little pest. Bet you're out of cool moves now, huh? He grunts. Suddenly, pain hits him like a truck. And guess what? No heals allowed. He feels totally drained, like his batteries just died. 0 strength. His 2 lackeys start panicking. Yo, what's wrong with the boss? Is he lagging? The berserker grinds his teeth so hard they might crack. He powers up for a final ult, but oops, a giant hand grabs his gut. The big guy looks down, totally shook. Where on earth did this creepy hand come from? No time to think, buddy, my dagger is already zooming at his face. Bullseye right through the heart. Too fast, too furious. He froze. I give him the wildest death stare I can muster. Even fancy classes bleed out. It's simple biology, dude, you lose. And timber. The big guy faceplants into the dirt. Loudly. A berserker delivery with free XP and loot, best surprise ever. Thanks. Seeing the boss get wrecked, the two minions instantly nope out of there. They know I'm built different. I don't even bother chasing them. Just sad little NPCs. The real prize is this dead guy right here. Priority 1, loot the shiny gear before it despawns. System dings, target dead. Blood glutton contract secured. Heck yeah. I'm hyped. The taste of this new power is absolutely chef's kiss. 4 skills twice in one day? I scream at the sky in victory. I'm grinding so hard here. Hook a brother up with some help. The entity just sends back silence and crazy vibes. I can't help but grin. Riley, you cheapskate. Then, ding, info from the throne pops up. Lower HP equals higher mental defense? That's the blood glutton perk. Sick. I check the loot. Jackpot, every single piece is an upgrade for me. Scored epic loot, anti-magic ankle bling, speed kicks, and stamina buffing gloves. Perfect timing. My energy bar was basically flashing red. Plus, these mitts are great for yeeting stuff at people. Sorted my inventory, then bolted back to Dacian to report. Hit midnight when I got back. Captain Lee's jaw dropped at my haul. She didn't think I'd actually snag Belfaro's shoes. Total shocker. She was all, "You're the real MVP, Mr. Senui." Told her to skip the manners and give me a quest. She actually laughed. Real talk? First gig was a vibe check. Half the noobs wash out there. That made me sweat. Talk about hardcore mode. She means 50% die, right? Pretty standard for this server. Lee's quests have good drop rates. She's got that big brain logic. Then she hands over the walkthrough data. Deal was, she hooks me up with dungeons packed with boss fights. Target, Storm Hills and Japing. 4 mini bosses, 1 main baddie. Skimmed the docks. Gotta say, I'm loving this setup. Smirked a bit. That dungeon's hiding 6 stealable skills. Accepted the quest fast. Asked for a day slot for the raid. Then, with a dramatic wave, I dumped a pile of gear from my inventory. Liquidate this. She froze up. Kevin Kim swiped a lot of junk. Figured I'd get a good price. Now for the main event. Picking my next side quest. Pointed at the middle task on the board like whatever. Wanted poster from the cops. Classic bounty hunt. Target's a robber. Reward is 300 million yuan. Cha-ching. Captain squinted at it. Hold up, there's a bug here. Guy ghosted near Yangping station. Finding him is a pain. Told the captain, don't sweat it. I got cheats for that. Wait and see. Called a contact that evening. Made 200 million selling trash, so I'm buying 1-ups first. Phone barely rang twice before someone answered. I wrote the plot, so I knew the codes. Swapped passwords, ordered 10 soulless grass stalks at Longshan. Old dude agreed instantly, said he'd arrange the drop. Hung up and checked the clock. Time to kill before the raid. Went to a cafe to farm intel. Walked in and bam, fight breaks out instantly. Guy in front gets neck sliced. Looked totally stunned. Weirdest part? The second he flopped, the crowd cheered like they won the lottery. Turns out it's a fight club. Underground gambling den. Hit the bar, dropped 5 big bills, ordered an explosive solace cocktail. Bartender Benny looked shook. Not a usual order, I guess. Unique taste, yeah? But bartenders here are useful NPCs. They hear all the drama and gossip, living wikis. I whipped my head around to scope out the room. Total jump scare moment incoming. Boom. Right there. Short-haired girl staring me down. She was radiating major "I will lend you" energy, but the real shocker? She was actually here. Meet Chase Williams. Minion to Jordan Kane, aka the Hound Big Wig at Eclipse. My heart went 0 to 100 real quick. Was she stalking me? Benny the bartender gave me these pity eyes. Like, cute guy, shame he's toast. Weird flex. I mean, I could just come back tomorrow, right? Why the drama? Benny leaned in and spilled the tea she'd heard. Turns out, Eclipse had this joint on their hit list. They were gonna snag some hunters and ship them off to the mines. Classic Eclipse kidnapping move, total cringe. Suddenly, Chase showing up made total sense. I shot her a look. No time for drinks. I jumped up, ready to yeet myself out of that death trap. Then smash. We both snapped our heads to the door. I whispered a choice word. Dang it. I am so cooked. Dudes with axes blocked the exit. Way to make an entrance, guys. The outfits screamed Eclipse goons, and everyone knew it. The head honcho yelled at his minions to keep us breathing. Can't have zombies working the mines, I guess. Then, 4 or 5 of them rushed us, looking all smug and nasty. They looked at us like we were snacks waiting to be eaten. Some dude turned ghost white when a massive hand crushed his shoulder. Totally stuck. Then wham, punched right in the gut. While that was going down, Another goon cornered a hunter nearby. But right then, the captain's eyes popped out of his skull. Didn't expect some random crazy kid to square up. Did I miss the memo? Zero chill. Figured a dum-dum like that was useless anyway. Decided to just end him. But whoops, his buddy's blade sliced his own neck first. I did a slick side step behind the guy trailing me. Asterisk slice. Asterisk my blade caught his neck. Game over. One move, 2 bodies dropping. Efficient. Literal double kill. And guess who saw the whole show? Chase. She cracked this super creepy, wild grin. Didn't think she'd find a savage here. Now she was hyped. She bounced on her toes and launched at me. I was like, whoa, fighting her right now? Yeah, my odds weren't looking great. Chase whipped a dagger from her leg and took a swing at my face. I dodged hard to the side, and she stabbed the dude standing behind me. Oops, she didn't even pause, flashing right in front of her own teammate. Yanked that knife right out of him. Poor guy looked so confused before she booted him across the room and into the wall. Savage. I eye this lady, wondering what her deal is. She grins, you're new here, huh? Total head turner. So, what guild you rep? None, I shrug. I'm solo squad. Can't stand being tied down. Chase Williams looks oddly pleased at that. Sweet. Let's talk business then. She glances at the Eclipse goons nearby. But first, we bail. Everyone's confused. Is she switching sides? Why's the boss attacking? Chase mouths a silent command at them. Attack us both. Now. They look shook but don't stall. Boss said jump, so they jump us. Cringe acting. It's totally a setup. Testing my skills? I smirk. Game on. You wanna play? Let's dance. Asterisk whoosh. Asterisk I yeet my blade before they blink. They go pale. Fast throw, but they snap out of it. He tossed his weapon. Get him. Noob move, they think. Then comes the plot twist. I raise a hand. The sword rips out of their buddy. Zooms right back to my grip. While they're stunned, I slash. Another one bites the dust. Even Chase's jaw dropped. Telekinesis? She thinks. I laugh, pointing at the exit. Let's bail, that way. I turn and bolt. Hanging here is bad news. Chase taps her earpiece. Tapping out Morse code like crazy. Telling her squad, chill, I'm recruiting him. We exit, the chaser's just faking it. Chase is intrigued. Assassin class? But with magic? I laugh. Magic? Please. It's all in the glove, baby. Magnetic link, but I ain't telling her that. Let her wonder. My ID stays secret. Asterisk bang, asterisk I kick the door. 3 dudes actually caught up. I dodge their hits. Easy mode. Slice one guy, elbow the next. KO. These scrubs can't touch me. Suddenly, a game window pops up. Apostle of Justice digs my vibe. Burned holy power to give me a buff. Up 0.1%. Sweet, but is justice even real? Suddenly, dual blade dude spawns in front. Crazy fast. He predicts my path and goes for a cross slash. But seriously, this weak sauce attack is a total snooze fest. 0 damage, 0 threats. Before I can even react though, bam! A blade pops the guy's melon. I whip around to look in surprise. Surprise, it's Chase Williams. She's icing her own squad? Savage. Honestly, not my drama though. If she wants to play executioner, she can go right ahead. Not my monkeys. Whoops, 3 more goons just spawned in front of me. Time to sacrifice these scrubs to the justice throne as a little tip. I double jump and stomp one guy. He looks totally glitched out. Mid-air skill activated slash. 3 throats, 1 combo. Easy claps. Wanna see how Mr. Justice judges my villain arc now. Can't wait to see the look on its face when I follow the plot and go full bad guy. Stick the landing. 10 out of 10 form. Chase has already wiped the floor with the rest of the creeps, too. I boot the roof door open. You coming or what? I signal to her. Chase grins like the cat that got the cream. She knows she picked a winner. I'm totally worth the hassle. We find a hiding spot. The Eclipse losers are still down there searching. Their acting is so bad I almost crack up. Oscar-worthy cringe. Right on cue, 2.5 minutes later, they bounce. Chase turns to me, beaming. Wanna ditch the guilds for a gig with real freedom? She slips me a card. The payout is stupid good, promise. She's even blushing a bit. Uh-oh, someone's catching feelings. I grab the card, ready to dip. I'll hit you up once I handle my stuff. Chase watches me leave, probably thinking about how she just scored the ultimate teammate. Mission accomplished. She spins around, strutting away like she owns the place. Just then, her boss buzzes. Needs her to stalk some dude. Chase stares out, having already dusted a second wave of hunters on her end. She answers with total swag. Investigating? Piece of cake, just drop the name. Boss says, Marcus Chen. Meanwhile, I'm clueless about the drama. Eclipse wants me dead? Whatever. I'm leveling up way too fast to care. Send him in. I'll stack bodies one by one or in pairs. Chase has zero clue her new recruit is the exact Marcus Chen she's hunting. Oops. Next day. Train station vibes. Crashed in Dean overnight, no wanted posters yet. Sweet. Guess I'm not viral yet. Still, I bailed out of Daesan early just in case. Not trying to start a war before breakfast. Hopped off at Elshan, caught a bus, and boom, delivery spot reached. Waited 2 whole days, but finally got that sweet solace grass. In the story, Marcus Chen always snags this loot near stations. Lucky me, I scripted this little cheat code ages ago. Suddenly, some dude yells, easiest job ever. I peek over. He's trying to be low-key on his phone. Guy catches me peeping and barks, yo weirdo. Eyes off. Scram or you're toast. Back to his shady call. I'm shook. One squeak and I'm history? Rude. H-City is basically guild turf. Safety is just a label. They totally hog the dungeon loot. But hey, the cops actually function here. Only reason this mall is still standing. Or it'd be tiny and pricey as heck. Prices are only 1.5 times normal. A steal. Yoink a dagger. Buff strength? Sick. Ditch the practice sword. Bam. Rock in hand. Squeeze a bit, veins popping like crazy. Asterisk crunch. Asterisk dust in my palm. Too easy. Oh yeah, this boost is absolutely cracked. Worth the cash. Plus, it's got Sky's Joy. Chill for 30 mins, stamina regen doubles. Perfect fit. My magic allergy means 0 mana anyway. Saving. Stamina is key. Walking out with my sharp new toy. Cost a kidney. Suddenly, a wild family appears. Kid is begging for fried chicken. Mom says yes. Just H-City vibes. The guild protects us. Yeah, keep dreaming. I snort. These noobs actually trust the system. If they knew the real tea, they'd know those guys are straight up sharks. Q screams. Masked dude beats dad and grabs the kid. Dad's begging for mercy. Baddie smirks. Beg harder. Show me the goods. Crowd goes full panic mode. Call the cops. Dude is wilding in broad daylight. Grip my blade. Guess it's hero time. Bonk 'em. Let cops do the paperwork. Plan. Here's your sincerity. Wait, who's that? Handsome dude strolling up to the bad guy. It's Cole Harrison, guild royalty. Top 10 player, big shot. Got that ghost magic sword hack, totally OP. Can't believe Victor's buddy is here. He's usually too cool for this drama. Why care? He flips a black card. Ice cold. Masked dude catches it, totally confused. The heck is this? Cole laughs. You want cash? Drain it. Just drop the kid. Boss nods. Signal to free the brat. He shoves forward hard, chucking the kid at Cole before bolting backward. Cole just watches them run, totally chill. He taps the ground with his palm. Boom, he vanishes. Way too fast to track. Even I barely catch the blur. Okay, this guy is actually cracked. He teleports right in front of the goons, leaking dark vibes. Black flames explode from his feet, trapping the squad. The dudes panic. This was just a side hustle. Why's this OP monster targeting them? Stuck in the dark zone, there's no exit. Cole moves. Sword flashes. One slash, and the guy's bisected at the waist. Mask drops. Hey, I know him, phone guy from earlier. Was bragging about an easy job on his cell. Guess easy job meant kidnapping kids? His buddy stares at the corpse. You actually killed him? He begs Cole, spare me, bro. I followed the script, you said just act. Cole looks bored. Can't be bothered to listen. Nobody outside hears a peep through the barrier. Magic soundproofing, nice trick. Guy realizes talking is useless. He grabs his blade, cursing Cole out. You demon, killing us for clout? Too bad only Cole hears the screaming. Secret safe. Cole smirks. Trash mobs aren't worth his time. Cry about it. He ends him and drops the barrier. I sigh. Thought it was real? Nope, staged drama. Can't believe they'd pull this stunt just to boost the guild's rep. Pretty savage. I scoff and bail. Enjoy the fame now. 'Cause I'm stealing all your future loot. Elsewhere, a boss hands Chase the escape list. Fresh jailbreak data. That's all we got. Chase flips through the files, bored. Then she freezes. My mugshot and info are right there. Chase grins, jackpot. He looks familiar. Meanwhile, I hit the dungeon. Yo, this place open? I ask the guards. They swap looks. Systems ready. You're good to go. To them, I'm toast. A level 20 scrub taking on this dungeon? Suicide? I'm nowhere near the recommended level for this joint. But hey, they can't stop me. Kind of funny, actually. Gotta go in, how else do I power level? If I stall, I'm just gonna end up as Monster Chow. Not happening. Aiming for level 50 first. Let's go. Told the guards to step aside. I'm diving in. 2.5 hours in, hit a zone full of yellow dust. Can't see a thing through this sandy mess. Normies would get lost here and never come back. Lucky I tagged my steps with magic, won't catch me getting lost. Whoa. Almost walked right off a cliff. Missed that, and I'd be splattered. If the fall didn't kill me, the monsters behind me would finish the job. Creepy red eyes glowing in the dust. Great. Rake lizards. They're everywhere here. Not scared though. Daggers out, game face on. If this goes well, I'll level up fast. It screams and charges. Alright, let's dance. Gonna have a blast wrecking these lizards today. Meanwhile, Chase is getting the tea from her boss. Intel says Marcus Chen used magic to juke the hunters. Boss thinks it was just dumb luck. A level 10 shaking a level 100? Math isn't mathing. A max level hunter got clapped by a noob? Chase slams the file shut. She gets the vibe. Tells him she actually saw the guy 2 days ago. He's bummed they missed him, but then she drops a bomb. She says I'm at least level 100. Chase is fuming. She torches the file. Explain this trash. Even Marcus's stats are total lies. Soloed a boss and one-shot it with a tiny knife? Then roasted the big bad to ash with fire magic. Back to me. Just ran into those lizards. Yeeted my blade. Slice. Cut one open, but I aimed for the gut. Weird, the cut is super shallow. My thread snagged the weapon when it hit. Yanking the blade back out now. Next second, I slash the whole squad. Killing them one by one takes too long. Tag the last 2 healthy ones too. Lizards drop. Blade's back in my hand. I wag a finger at him. Feel lucky, punks? Come at me. The rake lizards look shook, gurgling like broken drains. But nope, lizard brains reboot and they charge again. I coded this game, so I know the hacks for kill credit. If you don't deal damage first, even if the beast croaks, the system won't count the kill for you. But land a scratch first? That's a totally different ballgame. Plan set, I quit fighting and book it backwards. Lizards love bullying a fleeing target. Classic behavior. Thinking I'm scared, they rush. I launch myself into a jump. They copy my jump, but mid-air, rip. My old cuts tear open. I stick the landing perfectly. 10 out of 10. Looked back just to see him plummet off the cliff. Bye. High defense won't fix gravity. That drop is instant death. They poof into energy, feeding my XP bar. Sweet. It's raining lizards now. The kill feed is going nuts. Huge XP gains per splat. I'm literally laughing out loud. Ding. Level up. My stats are skyrocketing on the panel. Hit level 27. Heh. Plan worked perfectly. Meanwhile, a chick walks into my old jail cell. She spies my old doodles and looks totally lost. Blood ritual art? Sure. But summoning what, exactly? Her phone buzzes. The big boss is calling. She reports in, boss, this guy's definitely weird. Send backup. The warden was babbling nonsense. So I, kinda raged and offed him. Whoops. Back to me. I climbed down to loot the lizard mess. And grab the magic crystals dropped at the bottom. Suddenly, I hear steps creeping up behind me. A flame monster? I just grin. Took you long enough. Grip my blade tight. It's go time. Unnoticed above, an assassin peeks over the edge. He readies his bow, aiming right at the show below. But his jaw drops. While he knocks an arrow, I've smoked the boss and stole its firepower. Yoink. To the ninja up top, my moves looked pro tier. Rewind 10 seconds to when I spotted the one boss. I chucked my blade. It blocked, but got cut. Why? I steered the blade to hit it on the return trip. Boss got mad salty about being played like that. Aggro secured. I turned and legged it. It attacked. I dodged. Can't touch this. Lured it to the oasis. Fire vs water? Too easy. That skeptical assassin? He is totally a believer now. Leader likes him cause he's got skills the noobs lack. Turns out boss lady sent a babysitter. I aced the test, but I'm low level, so she's panicking. Hired a hitman to tail me just in case I choke. Was meant to preach teamwork to me, but that backfired hard. Once I got here, didn't need him. Now he's just lurking again. Watch and learn. Bro. Fight starts. I yeet a knife. Clang. Boss pops a shield, blocks my shot. Pulled my blade back. Defensive jerk. Weird boss, like 3 dudes fused into one mega creep. Combo reminds me of Lee's lectures. Said dungeons are hard. No solo allowed. Just wanted to recruit me. Hilarious. Hate guilds, nice try, but nah. I'm a lone wolf type. I blink step right in the boss's face. They lag, I stab. Gotta smash that shield first. Didn't expect them to switch places. Tank steps up. Nope. Side step to the back. Slid into the middle. Boss goes blind. All of them. Hit him with the blindness debuff. Added a stun too. That combo is OP. God tier. Job done. I dashed back. They're lost. I cast grapple. Grabbed one. He freaked. Stepped in his face. He shields up, forgetting his team. Blocked the wrong way. My turn. Ignored him. Rushed the others. Perfect timing. They're exposed. This is why squads suck. Relying on teammates is a death trap. Dude looks terrified. Can't see me, just feels the fear. Slice, dice, deleted. System says, 2 down. Last guy charges. Pointless. Gripped my sword. Time to send you to the lobby, bro. I sidestep right behind him. Boss lags on the reaction way too slow, dude. My blade's already poking his front side. Asterisk swing, asterisk, gutted him right in the stomach. The trio was tough, but solo? I'm crushing ants here. Last boss drops, and boom, I hit level 29. Blade out, time to loot some skills off these corpses. Snag side, rear, and front defense, nice haul. I mash the 3 skills together. And unlock the protective barrier skill. System pings, deploys a shield that lasts, till it breaks. Okay, now I'm interested. Max skills turn into deployables? That's actually sick. Creepy assassin guy up top is watching the whole show. Bet he didn't think a low-level noob had moves like this. That's why I solo, but he thinks I'm not totally OP yet. He's waiting to see me fight the big bad boss first. So he's just stalking me like a lost puppy. Suddenly, a massive, ugly boss spawns in front of me. Even Stalker Boy thinks this thing is trouble. I chuckle. Yo, finally found you, ugly. Big guy looks just as hyped to see me. He's been bored for ages. I point right at his mug. I'm only here for your blood burst skill, buddy. Asterisk rumble. Asterisk sky turns creepy as we start throwing hands. Ultimate boss screams like a total banshee. Asterisk whoosh. Asterisk purple fireballs everywhere. Craters galore. I'm just spamming dodge over here. I blink right into his face. Zero fear. Blink behind him. Munching mana herbs. He shook. Didn't expect me to be this speedy, huh? I land, and he yeets himself into the air with magic. Wind arrows everywhere? Okay, that actually spooked me. Guess the sneak attack is a no-go. Arrows have aimbot. I just keep blinking away. Okay, this guy's actually got skills. Spamming attacks front and shielding his back. Best way to beat magic? Punch it in the face. Problem is, getting close means taking bleed damage. Then he just snaps his fingers and drops his ult. I'd be toast. Blood burst would one-shot me. Need a new plan to get close without getting hit. Just as I thought, his moveset is tiny. I haven't even popped my other survival cooldowns yet. He probably thinks I'm a jump/one-trick pony. Meanwhile, Assassin Boy is still enjoying the show. Dude sees we're both full HP. Bet he didn't think I'd waste time glitch hunting. Mr. Assassin looks totally shook right now. Big guy roars and charges up some gnarly purple mojo overhead. Bro is absolutely triggered. 20 minutes of whiffing shots, and he finally rages into his ult. Total bait. You finally lost your cool, buddy. He flexes that purple nuke. Cute. Time to show my hand. Magic artillery raining down. Too bad my dodge game is god tier. Honestly? This boss has negative IQ. Any other mob would have grounded itself ages ago. He thinks the sky is safe? Nah, that just puts him in my kill zone. Yoink. I grab him and yank him straight into my personal space. Up close and personal, just how I like it. He's clueless how he got here but starts swinging wild. Ugh, seriously? Bruh, who starts chanting mid-fight? K-boom. Even the ninja guy jumped out of his skin. Joke's on him, I sidestepped right behind his back. Spam those cannons, scrub. Can't kill what you can't hit. Then he smirks like a creep. Sneaky shot right behind me. That projectile is zooming at me, fast as heck. Too bad he still takes me for a noob. Celebrating early? Cringe. I pop a bubble shield instantly. In that split second, I juice my sword with some serious heat. Ignoring his attack, I drive my blade straight through his chest. I smirk at him. Pfft, what a letdown. My fire roasts him. 2.5 seconds later, total dust pile. Heh. Fire builds are totally broken. The stalker out back saw the whole show. Can't believe I soloed Alyssa. He's def snitching to his captain. Asterisk ding. Asterisk system alert. Blood burst skill acquired. Sweet. Main quest done for today. I check my 6. Looks like my stalker finally dipped. System goes crazy. First up, hit level 32. Second, snag the basic acceleration skill, zoom zoom. Even the combat throne gave me a thumbs up and some buffs. Okay, that's actually kinda wild. Didn't think I'd get freebies. My throne hates handouts, though. Wait, is it reading my mind? Plus, the boss dropped loot. Now we're talking. This is gonna be super clutch later on. Meanwhile, a squad pulls up to some wreck outside. Chase Williams tracked me down to my crib. Doors locked? Whatever. She decides to torch it. Efficient. She throws a hand up and blasts straight fire. Meanwhile, some dude across the street is texting like a maniac. Yeah, I hired him. Paid him to spy on that building for me. He peeps Chase tearing my room apart looking for clues. Her boss lols. Marcus Chen? I totally want him on the squad. Chase freezes. Did she just hear that right? No way. Dude's got guts but plays it smart, boss says. I dig his vibe, but then he drops a bomb that totally floors Chase. He's careful, you're not. If I sign him, you've got a rival. Chase is straight up shook. Jaw on the floor. Can't believe boss rates that loser. Then, boom, a clue pops up. My lease agreement. She scans it. Whoa, the landlord's actually a hunter. It's Sophia Han. You know, the girl crushing on me? She knows I'm being tailed and is spam calling my phone. Chase's crew is hyped. They think they've got me cornered. Meanwhile, I'm gloating over wrecking Alyssa. Too easy. Came for the skill, stayed for the epic loot drop. Score. A green magic stone, worth 300 grand easy. Plus this bleeding ring I can buff up later. And a sweet skill book too. Wrong class, but I'll make it work, keeping it. Suddenly, phone goes crazy. Just getting bombarded with texts. Guess signals back now that I'm clear of the dungeon. I check the screen and yikes. Sophia says Eclipse is hunting me down. She sounds panicked. I smirk. Glad I know now, or I'd be toast later. Chase moves fast, did not see that coming. She's eager. But I gotta nab Derek Sullivan first. Time to hit the subway. To catch Derek, I need to find Times That Times guy first. Cut 2. Some dude staring down a building. That's my guy. He's hunting Derek too. Derek's tied to his homie and his turf. It's personal. His boss said back off, not our turf, but whatever. He's digging deeper anyway. Can't stop him. He's checked every spot Derek could be hiding. This building's the last shot. No time to waste. He sprints upstairs. Bangs on the door. Kid opens it. Who are you? You know Derek? The kid looks salty. Just me here, he says. The guy peeks inside. Spots a gun. Hunter, huh? I can tell. Kid clocks that he saw the piece. It's for self-defense, he stammers. Times are crazy. Derek's not here. Total bummer. Suddenly, the door creeps open just a tiny bit behind him. It's that dude from earlier. He peeks out, spots his target, and aims a gun right at his noggin. But our guy senses the bad vibes and whips out his sword instantly. He spins and strikes the gap. Ouch, that kid just lost a finger to the blade. You call yourself a hunter? A gunman? Bro, you're actually clueless. If you're gonna claim self-defense, maybe take the silencer off first, genius. He kicks the others back, and now Mr. Tough Guy is crying and begging for his life. Boom. Suddenly, 2 swords are crossed right against his neck. Start talking about Derek Sullivan right now, or you're toast. The kid's voice is totally cracking. I only saw him once during a gig. I swear. He promised to kill anyone snooping. He can't be hiding this well on his own. There's gotta be a big, scary boss backing him up. Cut to our guy walking downstairs. So that big shot is why the investigation got shut down? Suddenly, he hears footsteps nearby. Uh-oh. A bunch of agents from the National Security Agency are heading straight for him. He can't go back to HQ now or his whole plan fails right at the finish line. He watches them getting closer and closer. He's totally stuck. Then bam, Marcus Chen jumps out to block them. Hey, you guys are NSA, right? Awesome timing. I need help on the street to the right. Some hunter dude just mugged me. Saved by the bell. While they're distracted, our guy sneaks away fast. Marcus catches him leaving and flashes a knowing smirk. Sneaky. Back at his hideout, he starts flipping through an old photo album without thinking. Back when they were rookie agents, totally full of confidence. But work split them up and sent them to different cities. Bummer. They vowed to protect their turf, but they had totally different styles. He stares at the pics, totally zoning out for a long time. Suddenly, Marcus Chen pops up out of nowhere. He realizes it's the same dude who covered for him earlier. How'd you find my secret base? Marcus completely ignores the question. Instead, he drops facts. you're Ryan Mitchell. You work at Seoul National Security. Ryan shook. Did you stalk me? Or did they send you to drag me back? I'm not with them. But I know you want Derek. 'Cause I'm hunting him too. So, do you want to team up or what? I don't even know you, bro. Why would I say yes? Catching Derek isn't the end game. You want the whole truth out, right? You're an agent, but getting info on your buddy is basically impossible. Don't they always block you with red tape and rules? But think about it. Why did those agents show up right then? Ryan freezes. Wait, what are you trying to say? Someone's backing Derek. Someone so powerful even the agency is terrified of them. Ryan pauses, thinking back to what the kid said earlier. Looks like he really does have heavy hitters backing him. Even his boss acts sketchy. Who is this mystery villain? Marcus looks dead serious. Derek Sullivan's backer is a top dog in the Purification Guild. Dude thinks it's Cap cause he's worked with them too. No way they're sketchy. He shoots a dirty look and turns to bounce. But Marcus Chen goes, IDGAF if you believe me. Long as we mesh, we're cool. Plaza. Tomorrow, 6 p.m, watch. Think it's a trap? Go play detective first. But if I'm real, you owe me big time. Meanwhile, Marcus's tale spills the tea to Diana Lee. Diana didn't think Marcus was this OP. Mid-chat about him, a loud noise crashes in. Chase Williams busts in, totally ghosting the guards. Docs in hand, she grins at Diana. Found ya. Diana stands up slow. The actual nerve? My turf, remember? You wanna throw hands? Chase stays chill. Relax. No drama. She tosses Marcus's file. Check it, look familiar. Bet you know him. Diana stares at the papers, totally shook. Real name's Marcus Chen? And if Chase is here, Eclipse is thirsty for him. So Diana plays dumb. Who? Chase rolls her eyes. The cheek on this girl. I know you hired him. Diana face palms like, oh yeah. Right. He flopped hard, so I dumped him. Her face goes icy. Get it now? Don't wanna fight? Take your crew and dip. Now. Fine. Better not be capping, or else. Chase stomps off. Diana tells her lackey, tail her. I need her location 24/7. If he finds out, maybe us and Eclipse get tighter. After storming out of the building, Chase takes it out on her poor goon. Snaps her fingers poof guy's literal ash. She remembers Marcus swiping her card. Ghosted her and vanished from Diane instantly. He definitely clocked her from the start. Master wants him, but he's my op. Steal my thunder? Dead. Oops, accidents happen, right? Master'll get over it. Cut 2, guy gets a ping about Derek. He chuckles. What a bunch of noobs. Like they'll find me hiding here? Whistling a happy tune, clueless about the shadow behind him. Home at 3 p.m? He freezes. Heart skips. Later than I thought. His stats pop up. It's Derek Sullivan. The guy Marcus is hunting. Derek masks the panic. Wrong number, buddy. Boom, black mist shoots straight for his eyes. Derek hits the matrix lean back, pops a fake out, and yeets himself away. Marcus watches him bolt and sighs. Nice try, bro. Dude's magic resist is hacked. Too OP. The dark mist failed. Derek side-eyes him hard. Is this my stalker? How'd he find my spawn point? Gotta end him. Pulls out every weapon like a sweat. Pew pew. Marcus pops a shield. Not today. Derek is legit confused. Isn't he an assassin? Why's he tanking hits? Derek spams shadow moves, but Marcus dodges on autopilot. Derek's getting salty. He's fast. And keeping distance? Coward. Just camping? Fine, I'll rush him. Derek charges in for the melee kill. Bam! Giant hand out of nowhere. Surprise. Derek freezes. Total lag spike. Marcus is ready to stick him with the pointy end. Derek screams, don't kill me. I got tea to spill. The agency and the guild are totally in bed together. Caught. And look, Victor Jang crashes the party. Just here to keep his rep clean. Drama queen. Derek begs for his life. Trading secrets, but Marcus is like man stabs him. Marcus smirks. Cringe. Your stealth skills are cute and all, but I trapped the whole map. Game over. I see everything. 4K tracking. Broken. Derek tries to crawl away. Sad. Marcus laughs. Save it. You're grounded. Flicks a dart. Headshot. Blood everywhere. Derek feels the critical damage hitting. Rolling on the floor, dropping heavy swears. Pain chills, mouth runs. You absolute trash. I'll wreck you. Do you know who my boss is? Cole Harrison. Derek's heart disconnects. How'd you know? Uh-oh. Sleep tight. Cut to Ryan heading to the meetup spot. Thinking about Marcus's tips. Feds use apps, you use a dead guy's watch. Weird flex. Means his account is still online. Sus. Get the agency to delete it ASAP. They'll confirm the death, but the villains won't like that. They wanna keep it low key. Total cover up incoming. They'll hide the account, not delete it. Your buddies track the spot via account info. Bringing Derek to you now. But hey, you gotta use that login to help me out. If he's legit, the agency and guild totally messed up. What now? They link up at the spot. Late much? Hard pill to swallow, huh? Ryan ignores the shade. Where's Derek? Marcus hauls Derek in like a sack of trash. Ryan shook. Marcus, hit rush hour on purpose. Public bust means his bosses can't do squat. Or beat him up. I won't snitch. Your call, bro. What's the vibe? Ryan stares, brain buffering for a sec. Logic wins. Way too many eyeballs here. Marcus pings the cops. Guy runs over, wheezing. You the dude who called about Derek? Marcus nods, shoving Derek forward. Guy wanted to ask how, but Marcus's face said don't. He asks for ID to Venmo the reward. Marcus types some digits, hands the phone. Bam. 300 mil and contract sent. Night falls. Marcus didn't think he'd skip revenge. Big Guy would have wanted this too. Ryan points up. We're tiny specks, but still dream big. World's trash, we need a safe zone. Thought the guild and agency were chill, but nah. Just wanna fix this mess. If true, those cores are going down. Marcus gets serious. Rebel arc incoming. In the book, he turns demon and public enemy has shown. Derek usually gets nabbed by Cole, but I wiped the logs. No drama this time. Ryan, thanks. Thought you just wanted cash. Cash helps. I don't work for exposure. Marcus cares way more about how to wreck Cole. That's the real prize. Cole checks the file. Derek's arms are toast. Yeah, he might croak. Cole tosses the file. Hospital? Whatever. Useless. Then Cole goes psycho mode. Who the hell did this? Minion checks the ID log fast. Guy freezes. Cole's mad. Spit it out. Panic mode. The data just poofed. Cop wiped it. But it's a ghost account? You gotta be joking. Cole slams the desk hard. Dude's veins are totally popping out. You expect me to buy this trash? You guys suck. Cole's about to rage when a giant rune glows. Chill, Cole. Take a breath, dude. Victor, the hero, steps out. Why so salty? It's just the plot, man. Classic story stuff. Even the author's clueless. Dual MC drama, right? It's me versus me. Super deep, I know. Ryan was actually super grateful about the Derek thing. Without Marcus, his revenge plans were toast. Marcus is whatever. Enemy of my enemy, right? Needs a weapon against the guild. Ryan solid. Chat's over. Ryan heads back to spirit mode. Watching him dip gave Marcus all the feels. It's literally the story he always wanted to write. Victor suddenly slides up to Cole. Who peed in your cereal? Cole knows it's bad. Victor just says, scram. The minion's eyes go weird, like puppets. They smile creepily and bail. So, spill the tea. My pawn broke. Someone's totally trolling me. Room gets heavy. I said keep your cool, didn't I? Who cares if they're real? Totally irrelevant. Block our dream, get roasted. Simple. Meanwhile, Marcus finds some ancient stone art. Supposed to be Victor's loot, but I'm swiping it. Steps in, and the vibe is instantly sketchy. Weapons out. Suddenly, a blurry blob appears. Fog clears, and boom monster dude. Boss Jang? This guy is bad news up close. While they stare down, someone's creeping nearby. Boss starts glowing with some weird energy. Giant ghost pops up and spits out shadow clones. When the shadows hit the floor, they turn into a legit copycat army. Marcus watches close. Timing is key here. Clones rush him. Marcus thinks, it's go time, flicks his wrist, yeets the weapon out. Miss the first guy on purpose, total swerve. Then he curves the shot with his mind. Instant shish kebab, skewered him like snacks. They jump him, but he swaps to a sword fast. Launches himself straight into the mosh pit. Bam! Split second, and he's right in the clone's face. Just as Shin winds up for the kill, he gets a super weird vibe. Surprise! The real boss spawns directly behind him. Boss strikes. But lol, he just smacked a decoy. Shin flicks his wrist, and his dagger yeets itself into motion. Boss loses the target, starts spinning around like a confused noob. Meanwhile, Shin's using his cheat gloves to hack the blade's path. Suddenly, a shiny glint pops up way overhead. It zooms in fast, dagger incoming. Straight for the boss's dome. Thwack, hits hard. Boss starts twitching and glitching out. 3 seconds later? Dead silence. Beating this tough guy so easily? Yeah, Shin totally scripted that. Clone was just bait. Real him was chillin' in the back, hidden nearby, waiting with that sneaky dagger the boss missed. He played that monster like a fiddle. Total map control. Boss vanishes. Ping. System, shadow step skill stolen, nice. Shin grins, he knows what's up. That skill? Basically the holy grail for his build. Boom. Phase 1, mission accomplished. He's checking loot when, whoa, shadows are morphing again? A perfect copy of Shin's spawns. Shin's like, you gotta be kidding me. Just like the plot said. Scene change time. Wan tells Siwan, don't get cocky, bro. Anything can happen. Suddenly, that heavy vibe returns. Wait, what's that mean? World revolves around me. I'm the hero. I am justice. I call the shots. So you're the MC? You bet I am. It's me versus other me. And other me is Shin. For Shin, it's literally a mirror match. Self versus self. Boss didn't just copy his face, he pirated his whole skill set. Clone wastes 0 time. Weapon up, battle mode on. Zip. Clone blink jumps straight at Shin's face. But Shin's ready. Dodges with a lazy head tilt, too slow. Clang. Steel clashes against steel instantly. Clone knows his meta, so Shin sticks to throwing hands first. Can't use clones, the enemies got hacks and would spot the fake. Clone pops a smoke screen, but they both know the glitch there. If Shin blink jumps without thinking, enemy will definitely hit him with a root spell. Only option left? Touch range skills. Up close and personal. But they got the same moveset, neither can land a clean hit. Shin warps behind him, spams rapid stab instantly. Thought he had him. But nope, parried like it was nothing. A shiny barrier pops up around the clone. Ugh, it's that magic barrier cheat Shin unlocked earlier. Right then, Shin's dagger bursts into flames. Game on. Defenses are too high? Boring. Let's test your stamina. He triggered his new clone hack. The boss looked totally clueless about what the enemy's strat was, but flipped his radar on anyway. Then he yeeted himself straight at the main body. Gangushin just smirked like he was smurfing in a bronze lobby. Boss swiped at him, but whoops. Just a decoy. But Gangushin blinked right behind him again. Boss raged, baring teeth, but the shield blocked the hit again. Surprise, that invincible bubble started cracking. Like, 2 seconds later, the shield busted open. Boss went full aggro mode, kicked off the ground and charged at Gangushin. But the guy he stabbed just grinned? The boss realized something was sus. Gangushin blinked right in front of the big guy, who barely got that trash shield up in time. 1 sec later? Smash. Shield gone. Boss tried to punish the cooldown lag. Nope. Whiffed it completely. Easy dodge. Teleport behind. Boss panicked and just chucked his weapon. Jokes on him hit another fake. The constant juking was making him tilt hard. Rinse, repeat. Boss turtles up with the shield. Gangushin spams thrust to crack it open. Just when he popped up behind him again, the boss tried to cast shield, but glitch? It wouldn't spawn. He swore quietly, then Gangushin dropped the mic. Looks like you're out of juice, buddy. 0 mana left? Bet you copied my sensitivity bug too. Finally, the monster looked totally spooked. Boom. Gangushin poked him with 100 holes instantly. Guy didn't drop. Instead, he tried to rage quit and jump away. Our boy didn't even bother chasing. Just snapped his fingers. Bloodburn. Wounds exploded. Game over. Boss down. Hit the floor and started despawning into pixels. Thanks, bro. Turns out that sensitivity glitch is actually meta. System pinged. Congrats. You got skill amp. 1-time consumable only. Ignored the pop-up. He'd already scripted this win. He scrolled to that skill in his menu. RGB lights flashed. Max level skill evolved to ultimate. He grinned, finally unlocked his first ultimate move. Looked up. A pixelated light dot was shrinking. That shrinking dot blocked Siwan's loot chance. Gangushin let out a huge sigh of relief. Bro made sure this dungeon was a strict one and done event. But the loot? A red crystal and a skill book? Total jackpot. That red gem is super rare mats for upgrading gear. If Siwan grabbed this, even Gangushin would be totally jelly. Stash the gem and grab that assassin only cheat code. Scanned the pages and found exactly the move he needed. Backstab, 33% damage boost on rear attacks, sick. Dungeon cleared. Time to bounce and handle that Zhongtio drama. A bit earlier, he'd actually linked up with Yaren Li. She was freaking out over the 100 mil he wired her. If Hu Cha catches wind of this, she's gonna bring major heat. He told her his name can't pop up on the radar. Stealth mode. Or she'll show up at my door. Heard she's desperate to catch you. They toast hunters for breakfast. But chill, you're good. Did a background check just to keep you safe, promise. Then he dropped a bomb, bag Jung, but can't say who I am. If I go public, Blue Eyes gets zero pay even if I win. Yaren wasn't even listening. She was too shook that he actually caught Tahio. Dude nabbed the target with 0 footprints. Insane. Always blowing her mind. Does this guy even have a level cap? So, what do I call you since I know your real stats now? Stick to the alias for safety. You got it. Now, about that quest reward. They chatted for ages. She said a guide would take him, mostly to test his skills. Got to the spot and a cute girl rolls up to say hi. Looking at her. Vibe. Gang Shin nodded. Then he clocked the VIP bus. Loaded with pro hunters meant for security detail. Pricey hire, but guaranteed to keep the ride safe. Maybe. He didn't care. Just grabbed a seat to catch some Z's. Later, the bus gets loud. Woke him up, he was not vibing. Glared at a hunter. Yo, can you hit the mute button on them? Trying to sleep. Suddenly, he spawned his weapon. Caught a reflection in the blade dude creeping up on him. He peeked, stone-faced. Guy walks over looking super gloomy. Dude raises his gear and aims it right at Gang Shin's head. Bang! Noise so loud the other passengers nearly passed out. But then, Guy freezes. The seat was empty. He'd ghosted. Gang Shin had already blinked right behind him. Instant travel, 0 hesitation. Triggered that new backstab skill on his back. Gang Shin flashed a wicked little grin. Okay, this ability is clutch. But now the whole bus is watching. The other hunters panic and whip out their weapons instantly. Mob mentality. Gotta keep his guard maxed out. Gang Gushin clocked a dude rocking a shiny Constellation halo. Constellation, Music Daddy, heals 5 times faster with classical beats. OP much? Sang Myun geared up, but he was like, chill, I got this solo. She chilled, eyeing him like a fan. Bet. Show me what you got. Then he stomped, hard. Instantly, black fog swallowed the squad. Slowpokes got wrecked, clones jumped everyone else. Chaos. Gun up, teeth gritted. Where you at, creep? Whole bus went blind. Clones were trolling him hard. He popped up and shanked that blonde dude. Weak Blondie thought it was the real deal. Blasted him, but lol, it was just a clone. The rest got mobbed by fog and fakes. Rip. Blondie wrecked, he slid to the next victim. Uppercut, another drop. Headphone guy went tryhard. He blasted the clone, but didn't see the real hit coming. Gungushin was already on his left. Peekaboo. Sliced him up instantly. Not bad, noob. Cool tricks, but you're still trash. He smirked. You don't know what's coming, huh? Then, he just snapped his fingers. Boom. Everyone's wounds turned into fountains. Splat. They all croaked from bloodburn. Why? 'Cause he maxed his bloodburn skill. Totally OP. Bus looked like a zombie flick. Gross. But headphone guy tanked it with mad heals. Yo jerk. Guess you really dig tunes. Grabbed his weapon. Cocky idiot. Get wrecked. But someone stepped on his kicks. Ouch. Dude tripped right into the blade, face first. Impaled himself. Game over, man. Sang Neon with the assist. She smirked a bit. Not bad. You passed. Hunters cleared. Ding. System notification. Grats, you looted Music Daddy. Sweet loot. Now I can chill to Mozart and fix my vibe. Time to loot the mess. Ooh, stamina buff that scales? Pog? Speed shoes too, the rest is vendor trash. Sang Myun slid over. No, thanks. My assist was clutch, bruh. You're captain of Taewa River now. He froze. Taewa River? Just a side plot, really. I just wrote names and who lived. Taewa was on the list. Sang Myun made captain? Whoa, that gig pays 250 million a year. Snag Taisu Gong's left arm for me, and you're the boss of Ulsan. Gang Shin put on his thinking face for a sec. One catch. Tai's rank has to top Wan's. Let me chat with the Abyss leader. You know, that Salvation Guild crew. Those guys were tight. Like, super soldier glue tight. Book says they eventually split up, though. Cause of infighting. Gotta jump in fast to beat the Salvation Guild. I need that juice. Didn't think my shot would pop up this fast. T River guards Abyss, so it's my golden ticket in. Big dreams, kid. But show me the goods before we talk business. Cut to a massive plaza. Creepers were staring hard. See that dungeon wall over there? 2 gong swings by every couple days. Gang Shin felt the hate rays beaming at him too. Vibe check, these guys weren't here to raid the dungeon. Bet they're all headhunting Tai Sugong. Bingo. You know about fireworks, right? Fireworks is merc slang for teaming up. Pop fireworks, And someone's definitely biting the dust. They swap death wishes first. Someone takes the fall for the squad. Last one standing makes the wishes happen. If I sit out, that's their playbook. Gang Shin mulled that over. He survives in the book, but I'm flipping the script this time. Ulsan hates his guts. Dude's got too much blood on his hands. He was a total maniac with zero chill for anyone. Hence the Butcher of Ulsan tag. A desperate outlaw. So, everyone wants him dead. He's unkillable cause his gear is over level 200. Suddenly, things got loud. Togong strutted in, that left hand bling shining bright. Crowd spots the target, and it's staring contest time. Peeps were whispering about his gem. Sang Myun spilled the tea on his secret too. He needs that lefty gem to cast spells. It's his battery. Crowd's hungry for that bounty. Just waiting to pounce. Once he hits the dungeon, it's go time. Gang Shin turned to Bale. You coming? Tae was close. Chat later, gotta handle something. Jump cut, inside the shop. Dropped 500 million won on a painkiller stamina booster. Total score for him. Then he pawned all his loot. Jen spent half the day at the mall and found zilch. Then Tao popped into his head. Starless dude, but his crew simps hard. Guarding a fake that intensely? They're definitely cooking something up. So, where's the real guy hiding? He really needs to double check his homework before making moves. Suddenly, a dude bumped Shin. Whoa, sacred bow owner alert. Shin smirked. Finally gotcha, buddy. Without that star sign, I'd have never clocked him. He had a whole squad of star holders circling him too. Tao hopped on a bus and zoomed off. Shin geared up to tail him. Taking a ride is risky. If paths cross, he's busted. Gonna be a tiring trek, but it's the only play left. Gotta figure out his game. Cut to Tao reaching his lair. I'm hyped. Can't wait to see their faces when they spot my decoy. The whole crew cracked up. Bet those losers never expected to get hunted themselves. Boss, if you jump in, they're toast. Then Tao felt a weird vibe. He whipped out his weapon and dashed outside in a flash. Reached the spot and crickets. Nothing there. Am I losing it? Nope, Shin just ninja moved already. Maybe that gut feeling is exactly how he survived all those explosions. But he's sloppy, so I'll wreck him too. Scene switch. Mi-yun's squad was waiting. Where the heck is Shin? Why's he dragging? Her lackey piped up. Boss, he's shady. White Rose got wiped recently, remember? I bet he's snitching for the Salvation Guild. Mi-yun waved it off. Relax, Abyss verified his ID. Blue Eyes boss, Yan, is solid cause he deals with everyone, sending mercs everywhere instead of playing favorites. Staying neutral between all those groups proves they've got serious muscle. If they vouch for him, he's legit. Trust the process. Just then, her phone buzzed. A text popped up. Totally encrypted, top secret stuff. She rallied the troops. Pack it up, we're bouncing. Now. Meanwhile, a crowd camped out for Tao at the dungeon gate. Finally, the fake walked out with a huge entourage. As soon as he stepped out, heads snapped up, mercs drew blades, ready to slice and dice. One word from the fake, and chaos erupted. Mercs got wrecked. Choke on these fireworks, losers. Right as they engaged, red lasers lit up their foreheads. Boom. Flames gobbled them up. Togong cackled. Now this is a light show. Trap sprung, y'all ready for the boom? Too late, the mercs realized they'd walked straight into a meat grinder. Ouch. Boom. Big bada boom. Fireworks bloomed, mercs went bye-bye. Real Togong was camping nearby. Perfect spot. Aim hacks enabled. But joke's on him, he had a stalker. Gangushin already read the script. Decoy out front, coward in the back, classic setup. Togong moved, but Gangushin hit the pause button. Yoink. Snagged by claws out of nowhere. Poof. He vanished. Minions were like, wait, what? He blinked to Gangushin. Yo. Who dis? Why the grab? No words, just a creepy smirk from Gangushin. Attack blocked. Gangushin switched it up fast. Just as the blade poked his chest. Gone again. Gangushin frowned. Teleport spammer. Short range blink, bet he's right behind me. He swung back blindly. Lag after teleporting? Rookie mistake. He got poked. Didn't finish him though. Just tagged the left arm. Then things got weird. Togong's hand aimed at his face. Bang! Huge blast. Smoke cleared. Fire everywhere. But Gangushin pulled a vanishing act too. Hiding in a corner, thinking, okay, spicy fire. He stepped out. Togong tilted instantly. You troll. Quit playing games. Finger up. Say bye-bye. Not yours anymore. Asterisk snap time splat. Blood fountain from lefty. Dude screamed like a banshee. I'll wreck you. Togong went full psycho. Tried to lift his arm. Uh-oh. Glitch? Ghost limb? Literally couldn't feel it. Look down. Whoops, it's actually gone. Blue Claw snagged the loose limb. Yoink. Gangushin held it up. Togong totally lost it. Bleeding out? Whatever. He charged anyway. Gangushin smirked. Catch me if you can, loser. Suddenly, a squad rolled up on sight. Panic mode. His crew? All wiped out. Then Sang-mi-yun strutted in. Gangushin dropped her a pin earlier. Easy. The text said Togong's plan was total fake news. Total setup, trapping every merc in one go. Meanwhile, Sei-mi raised her blade and rushed Taegong. She swung casually, boom, corpses sent flying everywhere. Facing that crazy power, Taegong just noped out. But seconds later? That energy swallowed him whole. Dust cleared. Eyes blank. Dude was totally out cold. No backup meant the decoy got wrecked by the mercs. Some blade finally skewered the decoy's chest. The mercs actually thought they won. Cute. Decoy hit the floor, and poof, Taegong's face morphed. Just a rando. That's when it clicked. They'd been played. Totally tricked. Fight? Gone. They just gave up. Then Sei-mi popped up. Cleared the mob in 0.2 seconds. Seeing her? Instant survival mode unlocked. Brawl restart. Didn't last long, enemies got absolutely smoked. Just then, Sei-mi's phone buzzed. New text. Hey. Don't flake on your promise. Reminded her of Gang Shin. Intro me to the Abyss boss. She texted back. Done here. Calling Abyss as soon as possible. Cut to an office. Yeren's holding a severed arm. Gross. Great skills. Glad we met. Skip the small talk. Where's Sohee? Yeren smirked. Fed her fake intel. She's probably running circles in Jeonju right now. Earlier, Gang Shin found out he's basically famous. He frowned. Not exactly thrilled. Totally off script from the novel. Lesson learned. Facing C1 later, gotta stay super sharp. Yeren's smile shifted. Stick with blue eyes, trust me. Unless you find a better gig, obviously. Anyway, next job. Target's named Go-Bun. Serial killer. Target's kids, total scum. Last spotted at ground zero. Deets are in the file, read up before you dip. Wanted a break, but nope. Work came way too fast. Before hitting ground zero, he had to prep, big time. Meanwhile, C1 watched the news. Gang Shin, not bad. Interesting guy. He called intel. Find everything on Taegong. And find that arm chopper. Cut to a skyrise. Fancy digs. Gang Shin met the boss, Seikon. We haven't met, right? No permits for strangers. 1 billion won. 1 billion for a pass to Waltman. Dude was shook. He zipped to the door. Come in. Thought Gang Shin was a rich idiot. Little did he know, that dungeon was a goldmine. Screen loaded. Shin had already spawned inside the dungeon. Zero chill. He speed ran, clearing the trash mobs instantly. With the scrubs deleted, he dinged level 37. Dumped every single stat point into stamina. Tank build time. Sudden noise. Enter the boss, a three-eyed werewolf. Wrecking this puppy was Shin's whole reason for logging in. Boss aggroed. Shin went full aggressive mode on sight. Wolfie didn't like that. Started charging magic in his paws. Bridge lava exploded. Literally tried to rage quit the floor. All mind controlled by the furry guy. Lava went psycho mode. Shin dodged and popped some clones. The boss caught a whiff of a snack. Head back, charging laser. Boom. Fire breath attack. But Shin used his clones as meat shields. Classic bait. Clones went poof. Wolf inhaled the shiny leftovers. After chowing down, the dram. Wolf got mana back. Tasty snack, huh? Shin wasn't shook. Totally saw that coming. Chef Shin has a spicy surprise for you, buddy. He'd been prepping this strat. That rare loot book was key. Waiting for exactly this frame perfect moment. Payoff time. Wolf spam casted fire everywhere at Shin. Shin juked it with crazy movement speed. Boom. Shadow clones again. Wolf smelled that familiar snack, paused for a sec, then went for the glutton strats again. Fire. Same time, Shin whipped out the skill book. Got ready to yeet it at the perfect moment. Book phased through clones, diving straight into the fire. Bon appetit. Special delivery. You're gonna love this. Fire ate the clones. Like a routine, Wolf sucked up all the light particles. While chewing, he realized. Tastes kinda funky? Suddenly, the book popped up right over his head. Flashbang. Blinded by the light, light faded, turning into glowing cuffs on his hands. Then, glitch time. A system window actually popped up for the wolf. Error, cannot use skill, weapon not found. He spammed try again. Error loop. Wolf got triggered. Bruh, what did you do to my game? Guess you didn't like the spicy seasoning? Wolf saw Shin trolling him, cast fire rain in pure rage. Shin stayed chill, blinked behind him. Skill, grapple. Wolf panicked. Tried to hit back, got shield bashed. In that stun frame, he seized the win. Spam stab on that wolf like a glitch. Poked him then dipped. Wolf was totally confused. Range checked, Gangu Shin snapped. Boom. Wolf popped, lagged out and dropped dead. Grats, you got the head chop skill. He grinned. Big brain play, just as planned. Reading the book himself? Takes forever. Let the boss learn it, kill boss, get max stats, easy. Total cheat code. Prep done. Off to ground zero. Day 2, Soul Station. Seeing that fake dude on screen made him gag. Then a redhead spotted Gangu Shin, standing out, so she said hey. Saw her player tag and froze up. Hit a cafe. She was vibing super flirty. But Shin's a forever single wizard. Immune. Quit trying. Your charm spells fail here. Legit. Her sign was Seduction Fox, dark charm stuff. Thanks to that tag, Shin knew who she was. One of the 13 stars, Chonghua Yu. She smirked. Thought only C1 and Q could tank it. Here's my card, hit me up later. She tossed the card to him. He grabbed it, no hesitation. She bailed. Ground zero. Map out, loot first, quest later. While he thought, dark smoke crept up back. Smoke turned into a hot lady. He missed it. Map checked. Target, Mad Salacium. Herb is clutch for mana allergies. But the debuffs are nasty. 30 mins of buff, then you crash. Worth it. Minutes later, Shin dashed ahead with skills. Spotted herb on a cliff, jumped straight for it. Triggered the boss, Mad Farmer. Farmer saw him looting and whipped an attack. Shin countered and blinked right in front. Top of cliff, zero hesitation. Fire dagger shank. Farmer toasted and fell off. Mob killed, level finally hit. 40. Unlocked evasion. Smiled at the UI. Time to handle the creeper. Warped behind a tree instantly. Shadow Freak panicked and dropped stealth. Shin saw the face and paused hard. Wait, isn't that Yuri? My junior from back in the real world? Her dad used to be absolutely loaded, business was straight up ballin'. That's exactly why Wan Young Chi started chasing her clout. But the second her fam went broke, dude ghosted her fast. I originally scripted her as a salty villain who hated his guts, kept it vague though. She saw me and looked kinda ticked off, rushing over to say sorry but I just whipped out my dagger and charged up. She flinched hard, eyes shut tight, but I just wrecked a creeping mob behind her. Once I dusted the beast, I told her, quit following me, and dipped. Spent the next few days on a crazy grinding spree, farming mobs for Solace Grass. Only got 6 drops though. Lame. Figured that was enough, so I geared up to finish the quest. Spotted a super rare angel type mob on the way but totally ignored it. Walked a bit more and found a dead guy holding some sweet rare loot, but a nasty black-eyed parasite was guarding it. OP much? Too risky to grab directly, but hey, I had a cheesy strat in mind. Plan A, kite that thing straight to the angel mob. Angels are super territorial and their holy magic totally nukes dark types. Once they duked it out, I swiped the weapon. Grabbed his ID too, gotta help the fam reunite, right? Chores done. Time to actually finish the main job. As I left, a little puff of black smoke popped up. Yup. Yuri Jong again. Stalker much? I obviously noticed but pretended I didn't care. This quest was a pain. Target, Gooban Joe. Kid killer. Total trash. So yeah, this gig wasn't just a hit job. Had specific clear conditions to meet. Read the brief, stayed quiet, and popped mana tracking to find the guy. Game on, hunting time. Joe was busy enjoying his murder spree, clueless I was right behind him. Before he could blink, I used grab and yoinked his weapon. Disarmed, the dude had to rely on his backup skill, Ice Witch Constellation. Basically cheap ice magic. I didn't rush him, just asked, yo, why hurt the kids? He paused. Huh? That's what you're asking? Oh, you're on a job. I do it cause they're weak. Kids are dumb. They don't get how messed up the world is. I act nice, give 'em candy, then stab 'em in the back. Haha. You should see the look on their faces when I hurt them. Priceless. Honestly, it's their fault for being stupid. Hearing that, Yuri, hiding nearby, bit her lip hard. She remembered her old self trying her best only to get played. Enough talk. I was done with this clown. Popped phantom technique and surrounded him instantly. Joe looked shook. Boom. Gangushin saw his shot and warped right in the dude's face. Asterisk poke, asterisk, stabbed him right in the gut. Joe was hurting too bad to cast magic, so he tried throwing hands. Nope, shadow swap to the rear. Combo time. Backstab plus decapitation. Critical hit, and Joe is out cold. Totally KO'd. Enemy down. Gangushin got ready to bring the pain, per the client's order. Propped the phone up and hit video call. Streaming the beatdown live. Later, Joe was a bloody mess on the floor, crying like a baby. Client saw the carnage and was like, okay, chill, that's enough. Thanks. You did what the useless cops couldn't handle. Hey, just doing my job, fam. Hope your girl rests easy. Click. Call ended. Gig's over, so, bye-bye, you don't need to breathe anymore. Boom. Joe turned into a firework show of blood. Gross. Mission done. Yuri Jang popped out of hiding. Yo, got a dungeon I can't beat. Wanna carry me through it? Free boss skills? Heck yeah. He was totally down for that loot. He checked the place out, looked like it was gonna crumble any second. In his original story, he was lazy with the lore here. Time to find out what he missed. So off they went, walking like bosses. Inside, they found a totally busted stone sign. It said, if you're a bloody killer and go deep, you're stuck here forever. Gangushin just read it and snickered. Yeah, right. They kept walking until some trash mobs showed up. Just some mummies. Total small fry. He one-shotted them instantly. Easy game. Cleared the trash and reached the mid-boss room in no time. Boss heard him and swung a massive slash. They barely dodged. It was an armored mummy knight with a sword. Classic undead vibe. Dude was built like a tank. Totally balanced stats. Yuri, warp me above his head. Yuri was confused but gathered the mana anyway. Portal popped, but this boss had insane reflexes. No matter where they warped, he tracked him like an aimbot. But teamwork wins. Gangushin saw an opening and chop. Blood went everywhere, like a fountain. That hurt, and now Mr. Mummy is raging hard. Good thing he warped back, or he'd be toast right now. Yuri stole the kill with a flashy magic blast. Zap, and down goes the boss. Gangushin snagged the skill loot. Next up, the big bad. Weirdly, the main boss wasn't attacking, just standing there praying. Suddenly, blood started leaking from its eyes. Creepy. Then it cracked open and shot a laser beam into the sky. Yeah, they both got a super bad vibe from that. Shin yeeted his dagger, scoring an instant kill on the boss. System pop-up confirmed it. Boss down, but 0 loot dropped. Seriously? No skills? He was shook, but no time to cry about bad drops. Got a dip. Yuri, pop every speed buff you got and book it. Yuri nodded, turned into black mist, and zoomed off. Shin also spammed his sprint skills to scramble from the mess, but the cave-in was happening way too fast. No choice, he had to chug that mad Salacium from earlier. Down the hatch. Felt light as a feather, speed went turbo. But Yuri had 0 luck. Twisted her ankle mid-run. Big ouch. She watched Shin zoom past, feeling totally hopeless. Then, the dude actually doubled back. No words, just scooped her up and bolted. Barely made it. Sec they cleared the exit, the whole place imploded behind them. Took a breather until they stopped shaking. Ping. A system notification popped up right on cue. Congrats, 1 skill upgrade. Guess saving her paid off. Thanks. Thought I was getting ditched again. Used to be a guide for the Purification Guild, you know? Guan Yong promised to keep everyone safe back then. But when things went south, he left the wounded to rot. Even called me a toy before taking off. If I hadn't linked with the space constellation, I'd be toast. Shin grinned. Your luck is insane though. Constellations don't pick randoms for no reason. It saw your potential. Yuri perked up instantly at that. Thanks. Glad you're real with me. Suddenly, Shin's head started pounding like crazy. Lost his balance, eyes rolled back, and he face planted. Chill, it's just the side effects hitting me. Just need a quick nap and I'm good. Yuri whipped out a hanky for his sweat. Thanks for today. My turn to look after you. Later, Shin strolled out of Ground Zero to Engine Station. Swapped numbers before splitting. Catch you later. Job done, time to hit the next spot. But word was Sohee Cha was camping Seoul Station for him. Had to take the long bus ride to a Gwangju dungeon instead. Afternoon hits, and Shin finally lands at the terminal. Step 1. See thugs messing with some shy girl. He ignored it, until she screamed they were Haeyong goons. Okay, now he was interested. Cause Haeyong Guild was definitely Siwon's crew. They did some good stuff, but were basically trash. Then Shin spotted something wild. That guy's constellation was Trickster, totally an S-tier drop. Even the Dimensional Plunderer had to admit it was fire. He quit yapping, drew his blade, and rushed in. Sup? Guess which one's real? The whole crowd was totally shook by the scene. The leader tried to swing back blocked. Then, */ slice times clean headshot. Guy dropped dead, and boom, Ability stolen. Good game. The minions just stood there, completely lag-brained. The rest tried to fight back but got one-shotted instantly. Dust settled, and the girl runs up. Oh my god, thanks for the save. I'm Hyo Young Jin, gimme your number, I owe you big time. She snatched his phone, punched in her digits, and dipped fast. As soon as she bounced, Gongushin hit block and delete. The whole setup felt way too scripted for his taste. His gut said she was sus. Anyway, dungeon queue popped. Meanwhile, So Cha caught on and deleted the snitch. She spotted Yaren Lee's guild tag on the mess. She raged hard. Knew that Snake Yaren Lee was trash. Gongushin got the ping. His informant was wasted. Classic mad dog So Cha, he thought. She's fast. Guess he just had to speedrun this dungeon to level up. At his current stats, he needed 2 more skills to clutch this. So, he mowed down mobs straight to the boss room. The boss was OP, rocking a nasty wind and thunder combo. It wrecked his clones instantly and dodged every projectile. Rushing in face first would just waste his shield cooldown. He paused, brain blasted, and cooked up a strat. He popped 3 clones to surround the beast. Meanwhile, the real him camped in the shadows, waiting. While it was confused, he yoinked it close with grab. Combo broken. He seized the moment to spam backstab. Even if the boss tried to retreat to its safety zone, it was over. Blood explosion mark was already active. Boss faded. Ding. Level 51. Unlocked, stealth. Now, he was geared up to 1v1 So Cha. Later, So Cha camped the Gwangju terminal, blocking all exits. But right then, Gangushin was chilling right next to her in stealth mode. Long time no see, So Cha. She flinched at the voice but locked onto his hitbox instantly. Just like that, his stealth was rendered useless. Seeing her counter work, So Cha smirked. Caught you, rat. Gangushin clicked his tongue at her cheat skill. Great. That just nerfed 3 of his best moves. No talk needed. She launched a massive fire pillar. Lucky for him, Gang Yu had crazy reflexes and dodged just in time. No time to hesitate. He chugged some mad Salacium to buff his stats. Boom. Shadow clones everywhere, circling her like hungry sharks. So Cha just smirked. She tossed a casual fire dragon and roasted every single fake. Get it now? We aren't even in the same league, loser. Game over. Melee failed, so Gang Yu powered up and chucked his weapon right at her face. So Cha sneered. Seriously? That's it? Too scared to grip your sword? Watch and learn, noob. This is aiming. She sent 3 fire dragons screaming straight for him. Gang Yu didn't budge. He tanked the hit on purpose, waiting for her to get cocky. Yep, he played the bait card. After the impact, he flipped a sweet 360 and stuck the landing. The second he touched down, he jammed a dagger into the dirt. So Cha isn't dumb. She sensed the trap and tried to jump, but oops, too slow. A massive wind and thunder blast rocketed sky high. Up on a roof, Young Jin was watching the whole one-on-one go down. She was low-key checking out Gang Yu's power level. Seeing So Cha pinned, Gang Yu started phase 2. He used grab to yank her close and stabbed her right in the gut. Poke delivered, he spun around and booked it. Snap. Blood explosions popped off everywhere like fireworks. Gang Yu didn't waste a second, he rushed back in while she was reeling. So Cha realized things were getting hairy. She quit playing, went full fire god mode, and clawed at him. Good thing Gang Yu had a shield up, or he'd be toast. Seeing her grab fail, he backed off and snapped again. But uh-oh. No boom this time. Idiot. I saw through that cheap trick ages ago. I burned my wounds shut, genius. She summoned a huge fire swirl overhead. Fire rained down like a spicy meteor shower. Gang Yu couldn't tank that and tried to bail, but So Cha wasn't having it. She lunged at him with her blade. He blocked and teleported behind for a backstab, but she was faster. So Cha totally read his mind. She stabbed his heart. Wait, that was actually part of Gang Yu's plan? His short sword glowed, and bam, decapitation skill unleashed. And just like that, So Cha's arm flopped to the ground. Young Jin sighed from afar. Looks like it's over. Backup finally showed up. Yep, Yaran Lee is in the house. They heard the drama and sprinted over. So Cha was fuming, but she knew she'd lost. She threw one last tantrum attack and vanished into thin air. The guys were confused. Wait, where'd she go? Gang Yu told them to chill out. She copied a stealth skill with star power and dipped. Gotta admit, that skill actually came in clutch. Yaren wanted to keep chasing, but Shin's body just totally quit on him. Dude wobbled for a sec then straight up passed out. Meanwhile, so he got jumped by Ho Young Jin, who was camping out for a sneak attack. She stared at him, totally shook. What's your deal? Seriously? I'm ending you. Boss tossed you aside like trash. That hit her harder than a truck. Later at the Blue Eyes Clinic, Shin woke up to find So Yan staring. Creepy much? He felt this weird vibe in his chest but decided to bounce without a word. Once he was clear, he whipped out his mobile to blast some classical tunes. Gotta heal up, right? Right when he was vibing, the thing buzzed. Text from Yuri, totally nonsensical stuff. Shin ignored it, shoved the phone away, and tried to bolt. He waved at Yaren but ghosted So Yan, not trying to trigger a flashback. Getting too cozy would just replay the dumb novel plot line. He tried to dip, but Yaren blocked him. Hold up. We need to talk. Shin shrugged. Shoot. What's up? That body you found? We can't ID it yet. Probably a fake. Needs more time. Shin nodded. Cool. One more thing, she added. Eclipse. They've been quiet. Too quiet. Definitely cooking up trouble. Shin paused. And so he? Likely toast. Dongyong doesn't leave loose ends. Best news he'd heard all day. One less psycho chasing him down. With that drama done, time for the plunderer's big test. The constellation warned him, yo, you could actually die here. Shin smirked. Bring it on. The entity sighed and started it up. Shin dissolved into pixels. Blinking his eyes open, he was somewhere totally new. Massive arena, packed with weird blue glowing dudes watching. Gave him the creeps, honestly. Then the plunderer boomed, welcome to the main event. If you like the show, toss him some power. If he flops, you get a full refund. Tonight's opponent? A hunter picked by our boy himself. Shin realized he got to pick his poison. To win, he had to wow the crowd. Easy fights are boring. So Shin dropped a heavy name. Boom, reality ripped open right there. The cosmic audience gasped. They couldn't believe who stepped out. Whoa, that shock totally vibed into awe. Holy power just flooded in like crazy. Yup. The dude popping up? Siwon Jang, straight from another dimension. Facing that beast, Gang didn't blink. Yoinked out the mad Salacium instantly. Bro, are you an addict? Chugging that stuff? Gross. Drop your stats. Gang chilled, level 47. Siwon scoffed hard at that nub number. UFR wanna throw hands? Versus a level 800? Gang stayed silent, just staring coolly. Fine, I'll nerf myself for you. I'm only rocking 2 constellations this round. Of course, he's gotta flex for the celestial audience. Let's go. Before Gang blinked, a dark magic shot wrecked his shield. Gang barely twitched. He knew Siwon missed on purpose though. Just a warning shot. Ugh, seriously? 0 cast time? Gang cursed inside but snapped into battle mode. Siwon stayed quiet, cooking up purple fire in his hands. Gang barely dodged that heat again. Close one. Fire failed, so Siwon launched a massive wind arrow next. Lucky he had rapid evasion, or he'd be toast. He's been spamming dark magic since the start. Guess his first constellation is Seeker of Darkness, keeps him safe from corruption. Reply, Gang didn't quit. He sped up, dashed close, and tried a grab. That move failed hard against Siwon. So Gang tried Phantom Tech up close. Siwon didn't even sweat. He blinked away with a spatial jump. Yep, that's his second constellation. Spatial Guide. Knowing his kit, there's only one way to dub this. Bait his third constellation. He'd break his vow and look cringe. But forcing that third constellation is tough with a 700 level gap. Gang hunted for sneak attacks while dodging, but Siwon was way too fast. Boom, hit in the back. Purple smoke everywhere. Luckily, Gang heals by listening to tunes. Can't tank another hit though. Time for heart-seeing method. Gang shut his eyes tight. Siwon smirked and fired dark energy, but missed. Siwon froze. Gang just gave a little smile. Meanwhile at Abyss HQ, Hunuk, Lee heard the tea and freaked out. The guy bowed, super ashamed. Sorry, boss. Dongyag got snatched. My bad. He looked for real sorry. But actually? He was the perp. He wanted to delete everyone in his way, even Song Mi Yun. Siwon couldn't believe Gong was dodging everything, so he raged and charged up way more energy balls. Gong kept his eyes shut tight, because he was tracking the magic vibes in the air instead. Like a boss, he sidestepped every single shot. The constellations hyped him up in the chat, spamming holy power donations. Seeing that power bar max out, Siwon realized he was in trouble. His casting got totally sloppy and frantic. Gong seized the glitch in his rhythm, yoinked him close and went for the head chop. Spooked, Siwon had to pop his third constellation ult. Guess you ditched your own rules, huh? I win. Siwon lost it, face twisting into pure nightmare fuel. Seeing him rage quit in real life, Gong backed off fast. You ain't welching on the bet, right? What cheat code is this? How'd I miss a sub-level 50 scrub? I just used stealth. Siwon scoffed. Quit capping. You're level 47. Stealth unlocks at 50. Genius. True. It is a level 50 skill. But who said I was playing fair? The constellations went wild in the comments. Big brain move. Know your enemy. Win the game. Siwon snapped. Fine, I slept on you. Ready to fry. He unleashed Great Red Flame, his ultimate move. The boom was big enough to wipe the whole map. Luckily, the Predator tanked the hit just in time. Test over. Mission done. Get lost. A rift opened up and yeeted Siwon inside. Grats on passing, contractor. Converting all that simp holy power into XP for you. Plus, our sync rate just leveled up. Go home with your loot, blink, and Gong was back. By now, Gong's level had hit 101, plus new perms. Suddenly, 3 pop-ups flashed. Level 100 reached. Betting Master offers you a gamble. Gong remembered that perk. Hey, let's just RNG it. Grats. You got skill copy, 1x, steal any hunter's move, 100% success rate. Gong smirked, secretly, hyped. He knew exactly who to rob, but the guy was stuck in country A. Then Yurin called. Eclipse is being super quiet lately. Wanna pick up an easy side quest meanwhile? A quest to farm amethyst. Gong shrugged and said yes. Next day, Gong showed up at the spawn point. Used Bloodthorn once and boom, huge loot pile. Everyone dropped their jaws. Some jerk who bullied the workers saw the haul. He whipped out an iron pipe to shake him down for more work. Obviously, Gong wasn't gonna let that slide. He gripped his dagger, ready to strike, when bam! A gunshot cracked. The bullies froze, totally glitching out on what to do next. Asterisk thwip, asterisk, another arrow zoomed in, nailing a lackey's skull. Instant game over. What the hell? Show your face, coward. 2 masked dudes strolled out. Gang Yushin clocked them instantly and dove into the fight. Dust settled, and the guy smirked. Funny seeing you here, Mr. Gang Yushin. It was Seo Yuk Jian, the head honcho of Team Seo Yuk. Vigilante pros who save hunters and crush bullies without saying a word. Folks call them the silent judges. Sounds kinda edgy, right? Too bad the novel says the Dong Young gang eventually wipes them out. Wait, how do you know me? Oh, duh. Forgot. My spy in Eclipse spilled the beans. Heard you totally wrecked Sohee Cha. News flies fast. Hey, let's swap numbers. Total no-brainer. They synced phones right there. Seo Yuk warned him, watch your 6. Eclipse holds a serious grudge. Next day, Gang Yushin rushed over to Hong Cheon in Gang 1. Sang Min showed up to keep her promise. Taking him to meet Hyung Sok Lee, the big boss of Abyss. After some drama, they finally made it to the Abyss base in one piece. Security was crazy tight. Hyung Sok Lee walked up, grinning. Long time. Who's the new guy? Sang Min snapped out of it. My guest. Oh, right, a guest. Sit tight. Gang Yushin chilled, but the wait was getting ridiculous. Feels less like a lobby and more like jail, doesn't it? But he knew the score. This was exactly when Dong Jae got snatched. Meanwhile, Sang Min was freaking out. Say what? Dong Jae was kidnapped? That explains the weird vibes. Should we hire Gang Yushin? My source says he's legit. Hyung Sok hesitated, then just shrugged. Fine, better to do something than just panic. I'm up to speed on the mess. What do you need? Gang Yushin cut straight to the chase. I need Abyss backing me. Hyung Sok blinked. Support, not joining? You know everyone hates us, right? We're enemies with the Purification Guild. Siding with us is basically social suicide. Gang Yushin shot back. You survived this long, so you're tough, right? That reverse psychology left Hyung Sok shook. That's exactly why I came to you. People fear you, so you're a strong shield. Plus, you treat people better. Hyung Sok chewed on that for a second. You got guts, kid. No fake flattery. But as the boss, I can't just trust a stranger. Gang Yushin got the hint. He headed out to save Dong Jae immediately. Hard to trust as a commander. But as family, that's a whole different story. Saving Dong might just chill Hyung Sok Lee out and squash the drama. No time to waste. Gang Yushin hit the Gimshin zone fast. Plus, he was itching to test drive his new powers. Night fell, so he went stealth mode to sneak inside. He knew Swan Jang would send Takshin soon. Perfect time to crash the party. Right on cue, Takshin showed up, and the goons panicked, rushing to bow down. There was his opening. Gangu popped a speed boost, zoomed past the guards, and hit the basement. It looked empty, but just as he thought too easy, a giant hulk appeared out of nowhere. It was Bizumir. Before Gangu could react, the guy threw a haymaker. Lucky he's fast, or he'd be a pancake right now. He dodged the hit and went invisible to bail. But this dude could literally smell him. Yikes. Gangu wanted to smack his past self for designing such an OP boss. No time to fight though. Gotta move. Tessak Shin was already on his way. And beating this beast would take way too long. Brain blast. He baited Bizumir into smashing the door for him. By the time the bad guys showed up, Gangu was already inside. But the kidnapper wasn't dumb. He'd parked 2 more Bizumirs right next to Dongja. Seeing that, Gangu totally cursed under his breath. Dong stared at the random guy popping up, totally lost. Before he could ask, Gangu flashed a phone with Hyung Suk Lee's ID code. Suddenly, a Bizumir sensed him and swung a massive axe. Against a tank like that, Gangu Shin just dodged while Dong looked for a chance to buff him. The second Gangu hit the gas with his speed skill, Dong nailed the timing and cast a buff on him. Gangu smirked, flash stepped, and dusted the 2 monsters. Time to dip. He used his 4th power, teleportation. The Black Skull boss arrived just to grab empty air. His big evil plan? Gone. Poof. Meanwhile, they warped outside safely. Dongj finally snapped out of it. Ah, thanks for the save. I'd be dead without you. Gangu stayed chill. Save the sap. I need a favor first. Elsewhere, Yusak Moon got a weird text. We might be watched. Kill your phone right after reading this. Plans changed. Bring Hyung Suk Lee to the marked spot. Yusak Moon smirked, called Hyung Suk Lee, and told him some scrub gang called Black Skull took the kid. They'd let Dong Jae go if he brought cash to a specific spot. Hyung Suk Lee agreed instantly and headed out. A bit later, inside a creepy abandoned factory, East District. Yusakun strolled in like he owned the place, closing in on poor tied-up Dong. Hands in pockets, he smirked. Clean job, huh? Sorry, Dong Jae. Blame your uncle for being, well, kind of a nightmare. Cue dramatic entrance, Gang Yu stepped out of the dark, while Sangmi sauntered in from the back. Bummer. Hope they were wrong, even a dimwit could connect the dots now. He lunged for the kid, but Dong Jae ducked and zipped behind Gang Yu. Got any last words? Caught that all on tape, by the way. Yusakun's face went total ghost mode. Why, though? Being Abyss's VP isn't cool enough for you? That triggered him. Quit playing. We've got epic loot, top-tier dungeons, and raw power. Why throw it all away fighting the Purification Squad? People think we're villains. Man, we can still fix this. Nah, I just gotta delete you. He whipped out a piece. Before he could pull the trigger, Heian swooped in and slice. Bye-bye, right hand. Zero hesitation. She ran him through. Game over. Yusakun checked out, salty and raging till the very end. Wrapped up nicely, Heian ordered everyone back to base. She wanted to thank Gang Yu personally. Later, the crew made it back to Abyss HQ safe and sound. Dong Jae got home and face planted straight onto his bed. Sang Mi chilled with him. Meanwhile, Heian dragged Gang Yu to the VIP lounge. Seriously, thanks for saving my nephew. Might be bold of me, but about that offer you made? Gang Yu nodded. Sure, but quick question first. Did you really join Abyss just for the perks? Gang Yu blinked. Come again? Sniffing out the traitor. Felt like you actually care about us. Gang Yu paused. Busted? Okay, maybe he did overstep. He shrugged it off. I'm anti-purification guild, so I need Abyss to not suck. You guys are useful, but I gotta keep my distance. It's complicated. Heian gave a silent nod. Fair enough. If you need a private chat, flash this badge. Gang Yu snatched it up instantly. Heian walked off. Next day, business done, Gang Yu packed up to bounce. Dong Jae hit him with one last thanks for saving my butt. They swapped numbers. Gang Yu started to leave, but bzzz, phone went off 2 steps later. Yeren on the line. She ID'd that body from ground zero. Guy was Purification Guild fam. Hung out at one spot a lot. The VIP exchange. And get this, his guardian owns the place. Boa Kang. So Gang Yu booked it to the exchange. Security was tight. Then he spotted a familiar face. Yuri? No way. They grabbed a seat to catch up. She immediately started whining. Dude, why didn't you text back? I've been waiting forever. Oh right, Gang Yu totally forgot. He totally panicked. Yuri, though? Cool as a cucumber. She just whipped out that crazy Silasium and tossed it to Gangu. Gangu didn't even blink. Yoink. Then she dumps a pile of normal ones. Grandpa grew him, she says. Hearing Grandpa, Gangu completely lost his chill. In his book, there was only one dude alive who could farm those. Master K. So he's her gramps now? Plot twist alert. I'm only family with him cause of you, she admitted. Gangu looked totally lost. Huh, without you, I wouldn't have trusted the old guy's help. You fixed my trust issues. Gangu grinned at that. Sweet, at least she won't die tragically like in the last timeline. Anyway, what brings you here? Visiting grandma, duh. Gangu blinked. She runs this exchange. Cue Boa walking out right on time. She led them to the body. I watched this kid grow up. Dude always wanted to be a hunter. Then the Purification Guild scouted him out of nowhere. He was stoked. I hated seeing him go. But they're top tier, so I just said congrats. Why'd he die in ground zero? Their faces went dark. Definitely the guild's dirty work. Gangu grabbed the corpse's weapon and handed it back to Boa. Boa knew it instantly, her parting gift. Feeling the vibe, Boa told her staff to fetch some loot. Gangu took one look and his jaw hit the floor. Insane stats. Worth 50 billion, easy. For real? Me? Boa nodded. Yep. She looked at Yuri, thinking of the family she'd lost. Then she just pulled Yuri into a massive hug. Come visit me, okay? Yuri nodded. Bet. Later on the stairs, Yuri was absolutely fuming. Those guild creeps definitely did this. Gangu told her to chill, they can't touch us right now. Yuri sighed. Gangu had a light bulb moment. Maybe the old man knows about mana allergies? Let's see Grandpa. Yuri didn't hesitate. Let's roll. They hit up the ground zero base. Herbs everywhere. And there was Master K. Dude was super welcoming. Thanks for saving Yuri and the wifey. Oh, and that other kid was just here. Gangu's ears perked up. What did he want? Guild wanted herbs. I said nope. Gangu's brain clicked. Guy was being played. Hey, can you give me a checkup? Easy peasy, K said, checking his vitals. Then he totally freaked out. Meanwhile, So-hee Cha got busted by Hyo Young-jin mid-escape. Big brawl ensued, but injured So-hee had to pull her classic move. Swiped Hyo's stealth skill and peaced out. Later, So-hee's hiding again, raging hard at that stupid jerk. In her head, then, creepily slow footsteps approach. She tensed up, but the dude wasn't looking for a fight. Just handed her a card. It's Tauk Shin, Purification Guild guy. We'd love for you to swing by the guild sometime. Back with Master K, the diagnosis got him deep in thought. Seen buff allergies before, but you're a total weirdo case. Gangwon could tell K was struggling to explain it. He knew it was incurable anyway. Just a plot nerf to keep him from being too OP compared to the hero. Then Yuri Jung hollered that dinner was ready. But seriously, look at that crazy portion size difference. While eating, K suggested hitting the Limitless Mana dungeon. Problem, Eclipse runs it, and the entry fee is tons of mana. Even their boss failed. Gangwon didn't care, he's going in. High risk equals high reward, right? Dinner done, Gangwon geared up to bounce. K tossed him 2 concentrated Silasium pills for the road. Gangwon took him with a quick thanks. He bolted, while Yuri cleaned up and got ready to crash. Once she was gone, a super bossy shadow figure popped up. Next day, Gangwon rolled up to the Unlimited Dungeon, which is now a karaoke joint. Seriously. Then he spots a familiar face eyeing him, Hyo Young-jin. Gangwon froze for a sec. Knew she was tough, but level 200 and in Eclipse? Wild. He played it cool. Heard there's a dungeon in this club. She didn't lie. Yup, you really know your stuff. Entrance is in the garage, but it's got a barrier. While he schemed, she goes, hey, thanks for before. I can get you through the shield. She smiled, totally chill. It was a trap though. She bet he'd fail the mana check like her boss. So, she linked arms with him and walked him right in, no issues, popping the barrier open, letting him stroll right into the dungeon. Suddenly, the Eclipse boss, Dong Young Gang, shows up. No talking, just straight up fired a mana bullet. Luckily, Gangwon had a shield ready. Knowing he'd get wrecked, he downed those pills fast. Meds kicked in, and Gangushin's mana spiked enough to pay the entry fee. The gate popped open, leaving Dongyong's attack to hit absolutely nothing. Safe inside, Gangushin hit the floor, totally wiped out. But the dungeon creeps weren't exactly offering nap time. They swarmed him like crazy. Closer look, just noob slimes. Gangushin chilled out instantly. One swing, and the tiny blob was toast. Beat the mini, boss shows up, duh. Gangushin didn't even blink. He teleported right in its face and poked its core. Kaboom! Slime King croaked instantly, dropping a red crystal. Easy loot. Swiped the gem and stole its skill. Yoink. Weird name, cool skill. He kept moving. Found a herb garden. Guess Gramps wasn't lying after all. This infinite dungeon really is loaded with rare veggies. Taking them all. Free stuff rules. But as he grabbed one, the ground shook behind him. Spooked, Gangushin got ready to throw hands. Turns out, the garden was actually a giant turtle's back. Well, that saves walking time. Meanwhile, Master K was yapping with that guy. Sent the kid for your meds, but also another special plant. The Purification Guild is dying to trade for it. Yuri Jang heard the whole thing while snooping outside. Hearing Purification Guild made her grind her teeth. Can't believe Gramps deals with those creeps. Deep inside, Gangushin was clueless about the drama. He was just counting his salad ingredients. Got most of them, missing a few. Suddenly, a rock flew at him. He dodged just in time. It was the big boss, looking pretty buff. And it was wearing the last herbs he needed. Perfect. One-stop shopping. Boss attacked, but Gangushin sped up and juked everything. Slid underneath and stabbed upwards. Smooth. Boss was history. Stole the skill, grabbed loot, dungeon started crumbling. Outside, Dongyong aimed machine guns at the exit. The second Gangushin popped out, they'd shoot. Suddenly, purple light flashed. It's him. The whole squad pulled the trigger at once. Bullet storm incoming. Gangushin just grinned. Come on out, cutie pie. A slime popped up and tanked every single shot. Bullets failed? Dongyong decided to step in personally. Blasted an energy beam, but the timing was clutch. Bam. He just warped straight out. Destination? Gramps K's villa. But oof, those med side effects hit him like a truck upon landing. Yuri saw him wobble and grabbed him tight. I'm good, he lied. Get the old man. She panicked. Wait, you want to see Gramps now? Hold up, spill the tea in my room first. She dropped the intel she overheard. He looked confused. So that's why he stressed Burante. Then K barged in. Guess the cat's out of the bag. K shrugged. Your digging worked. Yuri's face went total tomato mode. She apologized fast. Chill, kid, K waved it off. Paranoia keeps you alive. Then he spilled his reasons. Trading to snoop on their herb obsession. He smirked. Cool. DM me when you find out. Next day, he bailed. In the ride, he plotted his next 5D chess move. Target, Hell of Judgment, that sketchy 100-person raid. He recalled it vividly. C1 hit the jackpot there last time and got crazy buff. Not today. Our boy's gonna swipe that loot first. Meanwhile, at the bad guy HQ, so he chilled with Mr. God tier himself. C1 cut the crap. Know this guy? Spill the deets, I'll pay up. She grinned. Keep the cash, I just want payback. Deal. You're hired. Now, roast him. She played it smart. Thought he was a noob, but he leveled up insanely fast. He's an assassin throwing mage spells. Total hack. C1 paused. Skill books? She kept some secrets. Can't show all cards. Dunno about that, she lied. You're in. Go to your first quest. Show off in the Hell Dungeon. Check the roster. She checked. Shock morphed into a creepy grin. Both targets found. It's payback time, baby. Later, 100 hunters crowded the dungeon gate. Our MC was totally there. Plus that cringe girl. Tried to kill him before, now she's begging for a carry. He shrugged. Fine. Time to dive in. First group, total cannon fodder to clear traps. But the idiots thought they were getting first dibs on loot. Spoiler, they got wrecked. Only 4 made it. 2 noped out immediately. So yeah, just the duo left standing. Hyo tried the sexy jutsu, but Gangu wasn't simping. Asterisk, stab, asterisk. Nice acting, drama queen. Tell Dongyong I said hi. She looked absolutely shook. Fake faint. She blinked away, then popped up behind him for a sneak attack. But bro saw that cheap shot coming a mile away. Asterisk slash, asterisk right across her face. Ouch. She stared like, wait, seriously? Realizing she was cooked, she yeeted herself off the cliff. He tried to grab her, but totally whiffed it. Bummer, no constellation. Whatever, stealing Siwon's loot is better. In the original novel, Siwon learned this dungeon was a winner-takes-all deal. So he murked everyone to prove he was the chosen one. Too bad. It's Gangu's prize now. He grabbed the air, and boom, creepy black vibes everywhere. Asterisk ding, asterisk system alert. Grats. You got Black Moon Rend and Dark Force. Dark Force was Siwon's OP cheat code in his past life. One tiny problem though. The debuffs are absolutely nasty. Siwon had a spirit buddy to cancel the side effects. Gangu can't spam it like that or he'll wreck himself. Loot secured, time to speedrun the rest. Later, some ugly dude on a throne showed up. Mini boss arose. Guy blasted high beam lasers from his eyes. Gangu couldn't dodge and got trapped in a genjutsu. Zombies everywhere. Even fake versions of his squad. He froze up for a sec. Mobbed by monsters? Almost ate it? Nope, blood splatter. Plot twist, he stabbed himself. Remembered he had that weird constellation buff. Woke up and got ready to throw hands. Boss tried the laser trick again. Gangu stabbed his leg, ouch, but the buff glitched out. The spirit was blackmailing him, free me, or you die. Or else? No powers for you. He had to say yes. Total scam. Illusion broke. Boss time is over. He yeeted his weapon insta-kill. Dead boss equals new mental shield and dark energy. Score. Plus, a shiny item, the warped contract. Smirked, signed it with a bloody handprint. Turned to the greedy spirit like, chill, I'll set you free. Promise. Meanwhile, Siwon finally showed up. Too slow, buddy. A giant goth monster was giving them the ultimate death stare. Meet Argus, the dungeon's big bad boss. Siwon smirked, kept quiet, and just dropped his ult, Great Red Flame. The squad wanted a speedrun, so everyone was hyper-focused. Guan noticed Soho had ghosted them. Ugh, what a snake, he thought. Meanwhile, Soho was busy getting some sweet payback. She found Hyo camping out nearby, begging for a save. Max HP, Soho versus one-hit Hyo? Yeah, total GG easy. Meanwhile, Siwon's crew was sweating but dealing 0 damage. Honestly, the boss just sneezing could wipe the whole raid. Siwon panicked and decided to spam his Dark Force skill. Guan saw that and screamed for the survivors to run before they got wrecked by friendly fire. Suddenly, a size 43 stomper landed on the cliff. It was Gangu, signing Bloodthirst's name on the scroll. The deal was simple, force a trade, swap your star sign for someone else's. But you lose skills and get hit with a cooldown. Bloodthirst saw the fine print, got scared, and pleaded, don't nerf me, bro. Gangu smirked. You asked for this, remember? Plus, I'm over you. He tagged Siwon's Black Seeker instead. Bam! Deal sealed instantly. Siwon's chest burned, and he coughed up red stuff immediately. Your sub to Black Seeker is cancelled. New main, Glutton of Bloodthirst. Enjoy. Siwon was confused but had 0 time to chill, so he tried to cancel the Dark Force charge as soon as possible. Or else. Game over. Dead, but he'd charged too much mana and totally glitched out. The recoil started eating him alive. Sadly, the explosion didn't actually wipe Siwon and Guan. Classic plot armor. They survived the nuke. But dude wasn't actually cracked at the game. He just fed on teammates and griefed the world to win. He really thought he deserved everything. Getting looted for once? That's gonna sting. Gangu blinked out of there before things got messy. Next day, only 20 survivors was trending globally. Siwon got dragged online. To explain. Obviously didn't admit he threw the match. He blamed it on OP traps instead. Even claimed he carried the survivors himself. And the normies totally bought it. Guy faked being sorry and even dubbed Siwon a hero. Gangu watched, jaw on the floor. Didn't Times kill everyone? Someone get this guy an Oscar. Seriously, top tier acting. Siwon seized the moment to debut his 2 new allies. First, Casey, the head honcho of Fortuna Guild. Then Chong Yu, the VP of the Divine Legion crew. They vowed to crush the world's hardest dungeons together. Gangu got a bad vibe. Siwon's collecting the 13 stars? Dude looked cornered, but surprise. He flipped a total disaster into a golden chance. Definitely not a boss you can take down easily. Meanwhile, Eclipse boss Dong was glued to the news feed. A goon rolled in a case. Inside? A crispy, burnt Hyo. Dong didn't shed a tear, he just reached in, snagged the brooch and said, burn the trash. He hooked the jewelry up to the screen via USB. Yup, spy cam. It caught all the juicy drama, showing Siwon's oopsie that got everyone killed. Dong let out a creepy little smirk. Spicy. So Siwon did the slaughtering, not the boss. This footage is gonna pay the bills. Big time. Next morning, Siwon woke up to that video file. Siwon didn't sweat it, he just calmly made a call. Your little minion is pretty amusing. The real Eclipse boss panicked. That wasn't my order. Dude was just a figurehead with 0 power. He didn't actually run the show at all. Gimme a sec to chat with him. Siwon's eyes were icy. Nah, when a dog bites, you put it down. No pity. Stay out of my way on this one. Siwon hung up without waiting for an answer. He leaned back, totally annoyed, and started thinking. So Cha 100% filmed that mess and stole the item. Then Dong sends threats like it was all part of the plan. So Dong is the mastermind pulling the strings. He was after the Black Seeker from day one. Elsewhere, Yarn called Gangu in for a quick huddle. Eclipse is done for. Time to raid their base camp. Gangu didn't even blink at that news. Honestly, Siwon was gonna wreck that place regardless. But for Gangu? A perfect chance to snag a constellation. So he instantly agreed to join the squad. Plan, Blue Eyes distracts, Gangu sneaks into Zero Dong. Hearing the plan, Sukan broke his silence and chipped in. Sneaking in? Yeah, Zero chance that works, fam. Since Gong bounced, security's maxed out. All the Eclipse creeps are camping there now. Gong is literally a total icon to us victims. He's the MVP. Can't send a survivor back to that nightmare. That's toxic. Gong stands up, cold as ice. So, y'all scared? Flaking now means Dong gets away. Forever. I'm going back to delete my past and finally clap Dong for good. Even if y'all bail, I'm soloing this. Join if you want, but I'm locked in. Song got all emotional hearing that speech. Wait, there's actually a cheat code to get in. Sukian cut her off instantly, sounding super serious. But seeing her face, he caved and spilled the tea. I actually got a spy planted inside from way back. Was saving that ace for the perfect moment. But even with help, a squad of 1 ninja and 2 campers can't reach Dong. Like he said, the team comp was unbalanced. No tank, no mage, no buff, total trash setup. Yaren tried to play mage, but Gong shut that down fast. She needs to shot call from base. Gong had better picks, so he called Hyon. Straight to business, lemma borrow Dong. Hyon was confused. What's the tea? Need the guild? Nah, too much drama if they pull up. Just settling some beef personally. Send a guard if you're stressed. Hyon smirked and said yes. He owed Gong a solid anyway. Gong finally chilled when he agreed. Betting my lunch money he sends Sang as the guard. Boom. Tank and support secured. For the mage slot? Gong made another call. Exactly. Only Yuri fits the bill. His contacts list is dry anyway. Yuri didn't even blink. Instant yes. Meanwhile, Dong realized he messed up. Dude spamming calls in panic mode. 5th try works. What you want, Dong? Dong raged. Why you ghosting me? Stop lurking. Master, help or we're all cooked. Dong was absolutely losing it. But the boss was chill. Just 5 words. Let them all die then. Dong snapped. You scum. You ditching us? You serious right now? Who said anything about ditching? Eclipse, the camps? All Mr. Siwon's doing. Try to be useful before you croak. Asterisk click. Asterisk he hung up. Dong Young Gang was grinding his teeth hard enough to spark. Meanwhile, that whole fancy Eclipse Guild Master title? Total scam. Real boss is Casey Lex, top dog of Country M's Fortuna Guild. Big reveal. Salty Dong leaked the vid, hoping to cancel Siwon and trash his rep. But Siwon's clout? Way too massive. Comments and mods were basically spamming Rip Eclipse in Dong's face. Bro just couldn't keep up with Gang Hushin. Skill issue. But loser Dong wasn't quitting. No exit? Full send forward then. But then plot twist. Just as he spoke, a goon burst in. Boss. Blue-eyed crew outside. We're surrounded. Hearing that, Dong jumped up, barking orders at every soldier he could find. While troops scrambled, the mole on the inside made his move. Cut the cams, moved some crates, and boom, secret tunnel revealed. Operation Take Him Out was officially a go. Back to Dong. After yelling at his minions, he snuck off to his secret panic room. Classic villain stuff. He walked in, and surprise, someone was waiting. It was Sohu Cha. Got ghosted by the squad, now she's back for payback. Meanwhile, Gangwin checked the clock. Showtime, boys. Everyone suited up in disguises. Stealth mode engaged. Minutes later, they hit the gate. And yikes, bodies everywhere. The vibe was gruesome. Everyone was instantly furious. Chill, Genjin warned. Eyes on the prize. We want Dong. He side-eyed the mole. Asterisk, is this guy gonna snitch? Asterisk, trust issues. Man. Just in case, he had Seiyukan prep the snipers outside. One wrong move? Asterisk bang, asterisk. Suddenly, guards spotted them. Yo. Where you guys been? Why are you showing up this late? Orders are to cage the losers and meet at the gate. Hello. Gangashin kept it cool to stay undercover. Just a quick nod. One guard didn't like Dong's look and threw a punch. Rude. Luckily, Sang Miyun stepped in like a human shield. Guard got mad and tried to swing again, but his boss stopped him. Save it, the officer said. We got a battle to fight. No time for drama, that time should have times been it. But then the officer clocked Say Yun's tag. Wait. Who are you? I dusted prisoner 2024 yesterday. He glared at the mole. Busted. Hanji-sun realized the gig was up and blew their cover. Masks off. No point hiding now. Alright then, they thought. Let's brawl. Meanwhile, So Cha crept into the secret room. Took one step and bam. Dong's creepy mug was right there. Boom. So He Cha got yeeted back like 50 yards instantly. Smacked her cyber arm so hard it started glitching with sparks. She didn't stay down though, snapped right back into it. Just seeing the guy's face made her go full rage mode. Her fire attacks were extra spicy, but Donnie barely even blinked. Dude's like 150 levels higher. Total mismatch. He goes, I only recruited you cause you were useful, kid. Ditched you cause you're trash now. Get wrecked. Oof. That hit her right in the feels. Emotional damage. She thought maybe it was a mistake, but nah. Time to throw hands. So she charged up every ounce of juice for a massive nuke. Whoosh. Completely swallowed the guy in a giant fireball. Turned that level 400 boss into a crispy nugget fast. Or so she thought. Classic fake out incoming? While she was staring, the charcoal dude literally just stood up. Bruh. Meanwhile, Gongu Shin is speedrunning the dungeon with the squad. Mobs were getting one-shotted left and right. Insta-deleted, plus Yuri was spamming portals for support. Straight up ghosting fools before they even saw him. Wrap that up quick and the Sayak Sibs linked up with the party. We took this base, but enemy backup is def on the way. Gotta keep moving. Find the big bad, and end him. Problem is, where is he? Right on cue, the floor started vibrating like crazy. Scanned with mana and saw a huge fire NATO shooting up. Gangwin's spidey senses started tingling big time. Dodge. Boom, fire pillar blasts past them into the sky. Talk about insane RNG luck right there. Asked for an exit path and the game literally gave us one. Recognize those moves, so he's 1v1ing the boss? Since when? Suddenly heard Seek-jun groaning. Not good. Dude was too slow and took a hit right to the shoulder. You guys hold the fort. I'm gonna go solo the boss downstairs. Squad tried to argue, but he was already in main character mode. They knew they couldn't stop him, so they just nodded. Yuri tossed him a new buff item from K. For emergencies only. He smirked. Chill, I'll be back before you know it. Then he just yeeted himself down that dark, creepy hole. Stuck the landing. It was smoky and hot as a sauna down there. Next thing, he popped his tracking skill to spot the heat signature through the haze. Turned out to be Sohee-cha, bursting out of the smoke. No attack, she just grabbed his shirt tight. Then she just collapsed. Lights out. Looked like she was gone, eyes staring at nothing. Game over? Shin didn't have the bandwidth to stress over that drama right now. Priority 1, deal with the big boss, Dong Young, standing right there. Intel said this dude was level 500 plus with 4 combat stars, total cheat code. Spotting Shin, Dong Young cracked up. Well, look what the cat dragged in. The second he quit yapping, Shin got a super bad vibe. Next to the guy sat a petri dish. And yup, that was definitely a Bazoomi inside. You sicko. Kidnapping peeps just to brew them into monsters? Dong Young shrugged. And? Your point is? I'm just upcycling trash into assets, Shin mentally screamed. Total psycho. Shin popped a pill and bam. Spawned 4 clones instantly. But Dong Young treated that trick like amateur hour. One punch, and the clones were deleted. It even wrecked Shin's shield. Blinked, and the guy was suddenly behind him. A fist flew past. Shin ducked just in time. Talk about a close shave. He scrambled away and went ghost mode, hoping to land a cheeky sneak attack. But Mr. Pro Gamer saw right through that strat instantly. Shin was about to get wrecked. A serious beatdown was loading. Even his active shield got dusted. Clutch move slime popped out and bounced the guy back. Shin took the shot. Fire dagger to the neck. Skill activated, decapitation. The blade connected and red stuff went everywhere. Dong Young froze up and face planted hard. Fight over. Shin just felt super lucky to be alive. If that dude unleashed the Bazoomi earlier, Shin would be toast. Then the system pinged, opponent's star can't be looted yet. Wait, what? Meaning he wasn't dead. Boom, a surprise fist came flying. This hit was savage, not only smashing the fancy glass, but yeeting Shin back like 50 yards into the dirt. Dong Young. What's with the bod? The guy just smirked. Rule number 1 of survival, ditch the humanity, bro. Relax, you'll join the club soon. Shin got major creepy vibes. Did he turn into a Bazoomi? But they don't usually have regen hacks. Not interested in being your pet. Dong Young didn't care. He signaled the monsters to attack. Doesn't matter what you want. Plenty of other valuable humans upstairs to harvest anyway. Seeing this mess, Shin was mentally dropping F-bombs. But forget the mobs, boss man here was the real headache. Mid-fight, Shin brainstormed. Blind and stealth were useless now. Now that he's a monster, he can literally smell me. Looks like there's only one strat left. He popped grab, catching Dong Young slipping. Then he spammed rapid slash. But mid-combo, something felt glitchy. Asterisk clang, asterisk that sounded like metal. Did it actually connect? Before he could even blink, Dong Young's fist was already introducing itself to Shin's face. Dude went airborne for like 40 meters. Bye bye, dagger. But hey, Dong Young wasn't exactly chilling either. Shin had triggered every single cut on that guy like human fireworks. Plot twist though, the guy healed in seconds. Totally unfair hacks. Bro, that tickled. I'm basically a god, okay? Shin stared at him like, you gotta be kidding me. Everyone's got a weak spot, right? Time to spam that mana scan skill. Bingo. Huge blob of black mana right in the center of his chest. Zoom in. Yup, dude had a literal magic stone for a heart. Creepy. Guess that explains why he turned into a total monster. Ah, that's why So High grabbed me there earlier. Cheat code discovered. Now that he knew the trick, beating this boss should be a cakewalk. Or not. Suddenly, the room started spinning like a bad carnival ride. Legs turned to jelly, and he face planted hard. Uh-oh. Pill crash incoming. Dong Young started cackling like a maniac. He charged up a mana blast. Game over, kid. No mana, no fight? Shin wobbled up. Please. I got other tricks. A gnarly black-red aura started swirling in his palm. Asterisk swish. Asterisk he unleashed that bad boy at supersonic speed. Looked like a dark moon slicing the air. Let's call it the Black Moon Rend. Basically his alt move, poured every drop of dark energy into it. And just like that, Dong Young was toast. Finally, system popped up, skill stolen, plus, he jumped 50 freaking levels. Level 154? Even Shin was like, whoa. Guess wrecking a boss way out of your league pays out big time. But the party upstairs was in trouble, needed a quick recharge, stat. Whipped out his earbuds and blasted some Mozart. Classy. The tunes helped him scrape together just enough juice to move. Meanwhile, the rest of the squad was getting absolutely hammered. They managed to gang up on the mobs, but with just Bizumir left, they were running on fumes. There was barely a drop of mana left. Bizumir started picking them off one by one. Just then, a flying carcass caught everyone's eye. Wait. Was that Dong Young's dead body? Yep. While they were distracted, Shin teleported behind Bizumir. */ Black Moon Rend, Part 2. Sliced that dude cleanly in half. Brutal. Shin stuck the landing but then almost face planted again. Total burnout. Yaren caught him just in time, saved him from a serious cringe moment. Yuri saw he wasn't dead and practically tackled him with hard eyes. Okay, cute reunion, but we gotta bounce. Priority number 1, get the heck out of this hellhole. Eclipse collapsed, and Blue Eyes merged with Black Lion. Instant number 1 guild status. Dongji and Scarface Sang headed straight back to the abyss. Dongj bagged epic loot, setting up major gains. Yuri Zhong zipped back to the start too. Patch up K and sniff out Su Jiang's herb clues. Major buzzkill, Seiyuk John took one for the team. Seong Jun lost her hubby and bro. Rough deal. Gangu Shin was totally gutted by this. He benched Seiyuk to dodge that scripted novel death. But even though Gangwon flipped the whole script, Seok Jin still got deleted.